Welcome to Goldenrod Radio Broadcast number 3. I'm Jellysound. We're here with Broducer, Eyeshine, and Dragondea. Talking about Pokemon in general. Let's start with upcoming VGC winter season regionals. Are starting this month.
Yeah, so we already recorded about 3 or 4 minutes of this. So this is round 2. So all our energy's gone. They deserve to know. For the people. All right. So anyways, the VGC season's coming up this month, starting on the it's the 11th and 12th. So is that next week? Close enough.
Yeah.
Close enough. Saturday and Sunday. So the first one's going to be in Virginia. Middle of the it's on the East Coast kind of.
As across the country,
We're
not going to make it.
We're not going to make it to that one.
But too far.
What we talked about last time, or the first try when we did this, was how anything gained for the rest of the season is all going to be shown at the Virginia Regional.
A lot of people will probably be taking tech or seeing very strong values.
It'll be like a caucus. If you're a political election, it's the preliminary thing that'll really show what overall it's going to be a good preview of what VGC is going to look like for the rest of us.
Everyone's just going to be trying to format their teams to be just like the other ones. We may see Muck, that could. Poison Wave, isn't Sludge Wave?
Sludge Wave, yeah.
All those fairies just have a bad time.
I know, that might be super good. Muck gets Gunk Shot. I'm just saying things that I left field. We could see people hitting they increased critical hit ratios. You could see people critical hitting their Primeapes to get max attack, and then going for those rock slides. You may see some weird shit.
From that, do you think a meta will be established from that tournament specifically?
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I also know that a lot of people that go to the Virginia one go all over the country. So you actually might not want to show your good stuff. Overall, I think the Virginia one's going to be the second most popular, the second strongest regional out of all of them.
Interesting.
The next regionals are going to be on the 18th and 19th. There's going to be 3 on one day. There's going to be one in Missouri, one in California, and one in Oregon.
I think next week we'll probably talk. 2 weeks from now, that'll be the day after. So we'll just talk about that regional specifically.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so the Missouri, California, and Oregon. I think your best shot if you want to win anything is to go to the Oregon one, because anyone who's anyone is going to go to the California one.
Definitely.
You pretty much only get to pick
it's
one.
California.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Southern California. It's where all of the.
That's where everyone actually surfs.
Yeah.
It's nothing to do with Pokemon.
Surf, excellent move in doubles.
They're not as good as Muddy Water.
That's true.
All right, so yeah, Oregon one, nothing special there. I think it'll be the lowest population, probably only a couple hundred people. The California one, Long Beach specifically, is where it's going to be probably 500 or 600 people, I would assume, for the Masters. I think seniors probably might have some. Juniors probably well over 100 too. There's also the card game tournaments. That's its own other thing. California one is going to definitely be the most popular regional this season. And the last one is on the 25th and 26th in Florida. Probably the third most popular one after Virginia. And I think that that one's going to be the full evolution of the winter meta. We're going to see probably the best plays for the whole season in that tournament. Because that one, all the people who went to Virginia, California, and Florida are going to be playing at that one with a full evolution of what is good.
What the teams should be, basically.
Yeah. It's there's going to be no surprises in that one. It's going to be everything how it should be. So that's pretty much just what we wanted to cover for the dates of the VGC. We also just want to talk about how the season is coming up and everyone should be working on their teams.
Definitely.
Do you want to go over the VGC format rules real quick?
Yeah, I'll just go over for just real quick. It's going to be pretty much, it's doubles, if you guys that don't know. It's you bring 6 to your team, there's team preview happens, and you pick 4. And so that's I don't know how.
So it's in specifics, just logistically, as far as this last weekend, locally, anime convention, they had a sanctioned VGC that wasn't for points, but it was still run by the Pokemon Nintendo representatives.
Really?
Yeah,
cool.
Through the card game, and then there were 2 sort of VGC format just Pokemon tournaments that were run through the Con's game room, and so what they'll do is it'll be flat battle, which means if you have a Pokemon that's level 49, it's going to be level 49. So you need to have all your Pokemon leveled up to at least 50 before you start. You want to have 6 Pokemon in your party and then choose 4. What?
Flat battle makes everyone 50.
No,
it's not flat battle. Flat battle makes everyone 50.
No, it levels everything down to 50.
Flat battle makes everything 50.
Okay, regardless, what you're trying to say is that you should have your Pokemon leveled.
Yeah.
You need to have your stuff leveled to 50,
that's the main point.
Unless you
have
don't
your
want
stuff
to.
At 50.
You might not want to have your stuff 50.
Well, it opens up if you want to run a level 1. So something with quick attack and an Endeavor level 1.
Yeah, but like, don't VGCs make it so that doesn't happen? I don't think you have to have your stuff leveled, right, Alex? Remember, you used stuff that was like level 30 last time, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends. The default mode on X and Y should level everything up and down to 50. But if you pick flat battle, I think it only.
But yeah, it's VDCs is their own tournament format. It's actually a competition mode in your game. Like when you select like continue new game, go down to it. It's like
online competition.
Online competition.
Okay.
And they make you play it right there. It keeps track like your win loss. It's pretty cool. It's like having got my Pokedex here. Show everything. Show the stats.
But it's also there's certain Pokemon that aren't going to be allowed to use, even though you can find them in the Friend Safari. They're not in the Kalos Dex. These are the best ones are things that you like: Gastrodon, Togekiss, Volcaniroa, Chansey and Blissey.
You can't
Metagross.
use what is it?
Gastrodon.
He's Gastrodon.
He's not in the Kalos
That's
Dex.
amazing. I'm so happy to hear that.
So I mean, if you like, these are Pokemon that things that you can get through Poke Transfer. They're not going to be available for VGC because it's Kalos Dex only. So if it's in any of the 3 mountain Kalos Dex, the coastal Kalos Dex, or the central Kalos Dex, then it's available. A good way to check is to put your team in either your party or your battle box, to go to your battle spot, your rating battle, and then select special as the option. And if it says that you can do, like if it says there's a Pokemon in your team that's not allowed, then you have something that's violating the official VGC.
Yeah.
Special battles is also a good place to practice for VGC.
Yeah. Also, like going on that same topic, you can't use things like, even though Garchomp's like legal, if you can't use your Garchomp, you transferred over from whatever Black and White. Because I know Pokebank was up for like just a little while, and some people might have stuff that got traded over. Mm-hmm. If you you can't use that stuff. It's just not allowed. It has to be born in X and Y.
Hidden abilities are allowed, but movesets from previous generation are not.
Yeah. So that's pretty much all I want to cover for VGC. We can talk about good team comps and good Pokemon later. That's probably a lot of the stuff we'll be doing next week, covering the tournament that just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of what you're talking about the Pokebank earlier, that we can't have those movesets or something like that. Like, do we have to worry about that at all since Pokebank is still down?
We don't have to worry about it, actually. Like
for VGC, you don't have to worry about Pokebank or Poke Transfer at all.
Mm-hmm. Like, I'm surprised that we're not seeing a lot of Conkeldurs, but one of the reasons Conkeldurr was really good was because he had Drain Punch from, I think, was it Egg Move, Patrick?
What?
Conkeldurr doesn't have Drain Punch right now, right?
You can have one or the other.
Yeah, so you can't have, like, Drain Punch or Mach Punch. You can have, like, one. So Conkeldurr was huge last gen. Like, every team had Conkeldurr in it. It was either like Conkeldurr or Scraft, you had to pick one. And just this season, you're not seeing that many. And when I see one, I'm like, man, it's that guy that brought a Conkeldurr. This is going to be super annoying.
I hate Conkeldurr. Just as much as egg Pokemon.
Really?
Yeah, just as
his nose is just like an egg, right?
Yeah, it just looks disgusting to me.
He looks so lame when you send him out, too, in this
That's
game.
Exactly. He's just a construction worker. He's not a Pokemon.
Oh, man.
He's a guy doing a job.
That's messed up. All right, so what is this? Razor Pikachu says if it's bred in Kalos, it's allowed, right? Yes.
Well, if you have
if it's bred in Kalos and it's in the Kalos,
if it's in the Kalos Dex,
yeah.
like you can get a Togekick in the Friend Safari, and then you can breed Togepi's in X and Y, but you cannot use Togetic or Togekiss in VGC.
Or else that'd win. All right, so that's pretty much all I want to cover for that, right?
Okay, yes, that's good.
So Pokebank is still delayed, and that's extremely annoying.
Especially since other regions are like having all of their fun with their Pokebanks.
Yeah, like I know for places like us, like I don't know, what'd you guys do at Sec Anime? Was Pokebank allowed at Sec Anime?
I believe.
Was it?
Didn't say anything about it.
There was one tournament that was singles. He used Smogon OU. Mm-hmm. I think Pokebank was allowed.
That's so not fair. It's just some people have things that some people don't, and I'm one of the people that has stuff. Like I could be using all my cool stuff, and like I don't want to because it's not fair for everyone else.
Yeah, you're refraining from it.
Mm-hmm. People like us that do weekly tournaments, it just really burdens our progress.
I think last week we kept ours pre-Pokebank because it had been delayed for 2 days, even though several players had through the GTS and Wonder Trade. Japan got Pokebank on the 25th. Everybody else was scheduled to get Pokebank on the 26th. Then it got delayed, so like all Japanese Pokemon players have Pokebank installed in the DSs, and they can transfer all their Pokemon from their Black and White 2 to their current game, and then they've been breeding and Wonder Trading that away. So you still have a chance to get
the ability to get.
Yeah,
but not something good. Like you can't get your Landorus. You know,
they won't give that out.
Yeah. So, and the thing is, people are like, well, it was only up for a few hours. You know, you only need to transfer like one box.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like we're gonna look at the Pokemon Simulator stats later for Pokebank OU, which is just Pokebank play, and like Genesect. It's a freaking Uber.
I want a Genesect.
Everyone's just running around with their Genesects.
I think
and their
Genesect was
Latios.
number 3.
Yeah,
The
and it
number
wasn't.
3
It
Pokemon.
wasn't even allowed until halfway through the month. Like it's number 3, and it's in only half of the games. Like, what does that say? So we'll get to that when we get to it. Basically, all we need to say is Pokebank needs to come out, or else bad things are going to start to happen.
Nintendo, if you're one of our 5 viewers, give us our Pokebank.
All right.
So,
So what we're going to talk about next is Pokemon of the Week. Something
so
we
that's
do
our
every
new
week.
segment.
It's
Or-
the newest segment,
Yep.
I guess. But it's we're doing Pokemon of the Week. Last week it was Absol, or more specifically Mega Absol. It was a special sweeper. If any people really want some of those, I still think I have some left. So we might be able to wrap off some of those if we run out of this week's Pokemon of the Week. But this week's Pokemon of the Week is going to be Talonflame. Great Pokemon in singles and doubles. I personally think it's a lot better in doubles because there's no hazards like Stealth Rock. Well, not really. I mean, if there's people setting Stealth Rocks in doubles, so they got other problems.
Yeah.
So,
True.
Talonflame in this gen, it's one of the bird Pokemon. You know, like the Pidgey, Hoot Hoot, Swallow. It's the bird Pokemon for this gen, and it gets its hidden ability is Gale Wings, which gives all of its flying moves +1 priority. And you think like, why does something fast like Talonflame need +1 priority? Well, it's really frail. So if something were to hit with a quick attack after Stealth Rocks, it'd be dead.
That's good.
In fact,
GG, Talonflame.
if
get out of my
Talonflame gets
face.
hit by Stealth Rocks, it's at half HP.
It's dead. So in singles, it has really common like movesets of like Brave Bird. It gets Flare Blitz, even though you don't really ever use it as often because you usually just want to go for the Brave Bird. It gets things like Roost. It gets things like Swords Dance. Also gets access to Taunt and Tailwind. I think it's
Bulk
Feather
Up,
Dance
U-turn.
too. Bulk Up gets U-turn. It's a great lead. That's what I think is really good for. It's one
Yep.
of the few suicide leads that's still used in the metagame. Like suicide leads have just died since Gen 4. I think he's a lot like Staraptor.
Yep.
But he plays a completely different role. Like, personally, I like Staraptor more, but Staraptor's not as good in doubles. And we're talking a little about doubles today, so we're going to Talonflame is Pokemon of the Week. Should we show our haiku about Talonflame?
Yes.
Well, I mean, does anyone else want to talk about Talonflame?
Well, we're still going to talk about it.
Like, do you have any?
Do we have haiku ready, Pokemon Professor Hamilton?
Yeah, we do have a haiku.
Can we hear him?
All right.
All right, so I'm gonna move the mic over to our Pokemon poet, Hamilton, and he's going to read you a haiku about Talonflame.
Okay. Terror of the sky, leaving scorched earth in its wake. Fear my Talonflame.
Those words just say it all, you know? How could you...
Essentially, if you're ever summoning your Talonflame to battle, that's the haiku you need to lead in with. Like,
Yeah.
stuff's going down.
New thing to do. Name your Talonflame Ra, and read that haiku as you send it out. Otherwise, it won't be as powerful.
Is this a kudos to Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yes.
Yeah, but you can also go into, like, that mode that Raw turned into, where, like
It's
automatically
Phoenix
takes
form?
Phoenix mode
Yeah.
form.
That's how in the show, the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, the Winged Dragon of Ra required
I don't
a
like this
little
word.
bit of poetry for
For it to
for
unlock
it
its true potential.
to get into its most powerful form.
Alright. Something about Talonflame is if you watch our Friday night streams at Major Zone for our tournament play, it's a heavily used Pokemon already in the singles battle. So we've talked about the finer points of it. Just like you said, it has a high priority, has a good move set. What makes it just as good in being in a doubles battle?
Well, like I was saying earlier, for doubles, it gets access to Tailwind, which pretty much it's priority 1, so it's not like it's going to get taunted. That's the only real reason you want to priority 1 it.
So it avoids taunt.
With that, because if it didn't avoid it, it's already really fast, but like I would totally taunt something using Tailwind if I had the option to. It just don't have that option because it has a priority taunt or priority Tailwind. And what Tailwind does is for I think 3 turns you get everything's
I believe
doubles.
it's 4 since Gen 5.
It's 3 turns of use.
Okay.
Yeah, so you get to like use it for 3 turns. So yeah, it doubles your whole team speed, so you and your partner. So what a common thing we do is send out Talonflame and something that has some speed but not really a lot, something with an AoE preferably, like a Gyarados. And with that way you could go like you could go mostly HP, full attack and like maybe a speed nature with like 25 or 24 in speed. And that way Gyarados is now faster than everything, can slam earthquakes, can slam waterfalls. I think he gets rock slide too, but it can slam all those moves.
Jeez.
And it's super faster than everything else. And since you're so fully invested in HP, you're not going to die. And you're going to be faster than everything, and your whole team's fast. And that way your Talonflame can really be like a full HP, full attack set with, well, full, like that's your EVs. So you don't have to put anything in speed really, because you're just going to be super fast next turn anyways if you can live through that first turn. Also, it would change your item a bit. You might actually want to go in doubles if you're going to have like a Tailwind set. You might want to use something like a Citrus Berry with full HP investment. Because if someone hits you with a super effective attack like a Rock Slide or like a Waterfall, you're going to die. But if someone hits you with like something lame like a Dragon Claw, you might not die after full HP investment.
Okay. So Talonflame's still making a strong
Yep,
showing
it's
in a
it's
pair.
support set. So you can taunt Will-O-Wisp and Tailwind, and the Tailwind's priority.
While
Plus
still having the
it
Brave
can
Bird.
still have the priority Brave Bird. Support moves are like the life and blood of doubles, aren't they?
Well, I think every team should have at least one support Pokemon. And if you make your support Pokemon Talonflame, it lets your other Pokemon, let's say you had Talonflame and Ferrothorn. You'd think that Ferrothorn is the support.
Yeah.
But you could actually just put full like Choice Band and put HP attack on that Ferrothorn, and you could just kill everyone. Like literally everyone would just die in a fire. That Gyro Ball's hitting huge, and that Power Whip is like, I don't care if you're like a Salamence, you're gonna get two-shotted.
Yeah. Okay.
So not really, I'm exaggerating, but like Garchomp, oh yeah, Garchomp's gonna get pooped on by that Power Whip.
I see.
So that's like, it tricks your opponent. In VGC, that's very important. Like Jelly-san was saying, Will-O-Wisp, they also get access to Will-O-Wisp. It's not a priority Will-O-Wisp, but he does have great speed to start out with. So he's a great lead against Kangaskhan, which is still used in doubles.
Oh, do you have access to Mega Kangaskhan?
Yes.
in VGC?
Yeah, you do.
Wow.
It's actually
It's like the best one.
I see. Interesting. Okay.
That's what like we think, I guess. But so like you can just straight up Will-O-Wisp it, boom. You know, like Kangaskhan neutered. It's neutralized. It's not gonna do anything else, and
Well, it comes out with a kid anyways, so
It's gonna-
neutering's not gonna do it. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
that was a good joke. That was a good joke. That's what people like to say when they talk about something
Yeah, no.
being neutralized. So it really has access to that Will-O-Wisp. Taunt is a less likely set. The only thing you'd really want to taunt would be something that has Trick Room, or like something with Spore. And most things have Spore you can just kill with Brave Bird.
Yeah,
So you don't really want to use taunt that much. But and like I said, like if you were to look at their thing, like look over Uniclus, you're like, oh, I'm gonna taunt that. It's gonna use Trick Room. But if you were to taunt it and it has like a Mental Herb, which pretty much negates your taunt, you're in a really bad spot. You should have just tried to kill it. Like if you would, like one of the cool things I like to do is see with something with Frisk, like Noibat for example, or Noivern. Noivern, and you could say like Talonflame. I usually like to use Gyarados, but it's fine. And so Noivern and Talonflame, you're going to see both their items with the Frisk, so then you know if they have the Mental Herb, and you already know who's going to have Trick Room if you know what you're doing. Just taunt it, and then like Noivern can go for like a Choice Specs like Draco on the other opponent, and then you're completely fine. You're in a great spot. It's awesome.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I like Talonflame. I use it quite a bit.
Okay. Well,
I don't really have much.
I'm actually not that big a fan of Talonflame.
It's
I-
overused.
It's not that it's overused.
To me.
What does Talonflame is Pokemon of the Week because of all the stuff it brings to the table, and I think people are just hoping that there's a Gen 6 Pokemon that's actually really good. But in reality, if you look at its attack, it's very weak. It only gets to 287 with Nature, which is totally
Well,
subpar.
it's two Flygons is what the term was.
It's weaker than Flygon, who is the worst Pokemon of all time.
That's so sad. I liked Flygon.
Me too.
You can like it all you want, but it's like Flygon has. We're not even talking about Flygon.
It's not the attack that's incredibly high. It's that it gets the priority 120 base attack rather than most priority moves which have like a 40 base attack.
Yeah, well, it's like this. Talonflame with a Choice Band has less attack than a Korean Black. I don't know what to say. It's weaker than like a Darmanitan with a Choice Band on the Talonflame. So even with your item that limits you in using the move you would probably use anyways, you're limited. That's what I don't like. It's way too predictable. That's what I don't like about it. That's why I think in doubles it's a lot better. Because first of all, there's no Stealth Rocks, and it can do so much more. I really think the Citrus Berry works well on it, but also it's great Protect Bait. And what I mean by Protect Bait is if you see Talonflame, you're like, oh, I can hit it and it'll die. So if someone goes to hit it and it uses Protect, they're stuck not protecting themselves, and your partner can then try and take them out. So that's one of the things I think Talonflame brings to the table as well. Also, if you bring a Talonflame and your opponent has something like Tyranitar and Rotom Water, the two biggest checks in doubles to Talonflame, they're going to be like, well, I'm just going to bring these because I was probably going to bring them anyways, but if he has Talonflame, it's an automatic free kill. Well, you can assume they're going to bring those and just not even bring your Talonflame. Because Talonflame is one of the things that can, like, I use Scizor in all my doubles teams. And I really don't like looking at Talonflames that much because they can kill me with Flare Blitz. Or, like, they can Will-O-Wisp me and neuter me. And so Talonflame is something that is very good in doubles because it can bring so much to the table. There certainly are Pokemon that can bring more, but I think it's good to just use Pokemon of the Week as a Gen 6 Pokemon.
I see. Okay, yeah. Definitely, because I mean, like, that's like in the spirit of Pokemon, and the fact that this is X and Y. You know, I would hope to that something from that generation.
Like, in all reality, we could fill a whole month up of Pokemon of the Week being a different Rotom.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, there you go.
Rotom month. It's like Shark Week.
Rotom.
Shark Week.
Rotom Vanilla. Rotom Ice. Don't use Rotom Ice.
No, Rotom Ice is what? Rotom's my favorite one. Okay, it's the coolest one.
It's like a refrigerator.
But it gets that. All right, Blizzard is amazing. All right, it hits both in doubles. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I'm in charge of
Wish
Pokemon of the
Hurricane
Week.
would do
Don't bait me.
We're not starting this. We're not starting this right now. So do we have any kind of like anything to show for Talonflame being used in VGC? Do we have any of that?
In a VGC battle, I think that we might. If I pull this up.
Well, this battle has Talonflame.
This battle has a Talonflame in it. This is hold on, let me pull up.
So I'm gonna explain stuff while he's looking at this. I haven't watched any of these battles, but because these are all games from Stack Anime, correct?
Yes.
So these games were from a land that was last weekend. How many people were there?
At the they had a Friday singles Smogon OU tournament that had gained about 25 people, and then there was a Saturday afternoon VGC sanctioned VGC from Nintendo reps through the trading card like area. So there were about 10 people at that.
Okay. So
and then the evening VGC and the Sunday afternoon VGC both had about 15 to 20 people.
So you got to assume that most people that go to those use that as a warm-up for this VGC season starting. So, like I said, I haven't seen any of these battles. I heard there were some really good players there. This guy has Talonflame in his team. He obviously, like, the team on the left looks a lot like the team that got third at the UK Nationals. That, what was that guy's name? Anyways, this guy's team, it had Mega Mawile and it had Rotom Fire instead of Wash, but he also had Garchomp and Talonflame. So it looks like, I'm not going to say it's a cookie cutter team because I haven't seen the rest of his team, I don't know his playstyle, but it shows that this guy on the left, Senna, that's his name?
Yep.
Knows what he's doing, and I don't know who this
Nikki Cole.
And Nikki Cole, I'm assuming that's Mega Charizard Y.
Yes.
So that's really good. I think Slowking is a great substitute for Cresselia. Slowking and Slowbro are the two Pokemon that could pretty much fill Cresselia's shoes the best. I don't know what to think about that Jolteon, and Prankster Sableye always has a spot in VGC, but it's a very niche spot. I think it's just trying to fill it for Thundurus until it comes out. So this guy looks like a person who played last season that's just trying to make his last season team the best he can.
So it's Talonflame, Garchomp, Rotom Wash, and Mawile.
Yep.
And it's not like it's transferred. It's all from. I mean, it's probably the same build that he used in Black and White too, but it's all.
I'm talking about Nikki Cole.
Oh.
Yeah, Nikki Cole. The Slowking is the Cresselia. The Jolteon,
from last season.
Yeah, the Jolteon would be the Thundurus, kinda, and so is the Sableye. Like, he's using two Pokemon, Jolteon and Sableye, to create a Thundurus.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Now, I haven't seen the battle,
DBZ,
but like that's kind of how I'm seeing it going down.
All right,
All right.
let's just get into
so
it.
let's let it roll.
All right.
All right.
So we can pause it anytime. So if
Yeah.
I say to pause it, just pause it. If you feel like you want to pause it, pause it. Our Pokemon Haiku team over there is laughing about something. How many of you guys got over there?
There's 3 more, but
What's happening with the...
Oh, it's
Don't worry.
I left the team preview on for a little longer on
Okay.
some of these, so we can just see the team preview a bit. Also, the right here it should start playing. So
I have no idea who wins. You don't need to give me any
Yeah,
spoilers. Don't give me any spoilers.
We'll act like it's a live cast.
It is a live cast.
It's-
Never-
yeah,
You
this,
know
this
what?
is live,
Okay.
Broducer. This is
My
live.
bad.
All right.
Live.
Talonflame Garchomp. So let's pause. Let's just pause it right there.
You want me to?
Let's
Yes,
get some
Pokemon out
All right.
there.
There
So
we go.
pause it. So like I
So-
said, it is Garchomp and Talonflame. Now what this brings to the table is Talonflame can do a few things. Obviously it doesn't really want to stay out against that Jolteon, but it can just Brave Bird the Sableye if it wants to. It could also pop a Tailwind. I think it could also U-turn just because it doesn't want to fight Jolteon, but that has to be a full speed set if it wants to actually get lucky and go for that. What's cool about Garchomp Talonflame is it can go for the Earthquake with the Garchomp and how Talonflame will avoid it.
Yeah.
And while Talonflame, if it would just use Protect, it would keep the Jolteon staying in. So I don't know how this turn's going to go, but that was definitely how I would assume it would go.
See, when I see this, I think the Jolteon's going to protect because it's expecting the Earthquake, and then the Sableye is going to get some sort of
Well, like a hazard, like a
yeah,
Will-O-Wisp
on the
Garchomp.
Garchomp, which
That's also
would-
a
yeah.
very good thing. Yeah, I'd probably fall for that because I would think that the Jolteon. Well, it depends on what round this is in the tournament. If it's first round, I'm gonna attack everything. But like you're 3-4 rounds in, I'm gonna start using my Protects. I'm gonna start playing it a little bit differently. I might want to switch my Garchomp in for something else because you could also potentially eat a HP Ice from a Specs Jolteon. No one wants to eat that. We also don't know the item on the Garchomp.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the other guy, the Sableye. He didn't have a balloon, did he?
I did not come out with a
So
balloon.
yeah, so no balloon. So that we have to assume that he probably does have a Mental Orb or a Citrus, and Jolteon has to have a Sash. He has to have a Sash. I would just assume that that's where it is because his team PV didn't have anything else it could. Let's just start the tournament, see how it goes.
And the one we're watching from the perspective of was a guy, and the one we're watching, the opponent was a girl.
What does that mean?
You're saying he.
Oh.
You're
like-
you're being sexist with your gender terms.
Oh, you're the one being you're a jerk.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Let's play the thing.
All right,
Sorry
so
for
let's
those
see how
of
the
you
first turn went.
who are
All right, so Talonflame
offended.
Protect, just like I
Talonflame,
said it would. So like I'm 1 for 1. How are you doing? Garchomp
double
Protect.
Protect.
So I guess that's kind of smart. Sableye does get Fake Out, right? It goes for the. I'm pretty sure Sableye gets Fake Out, doesn't it? Oh come on, help me out. Come on.
And the
Patty
so
has
you're
denied.
I bet you a Soda gets Fake Out.
you're right and I'm wrong. The Jolteon went for an attack
think
rather
you
than
found out.
rather than a protect.
And Sableye did go for the Will-O-Wisp, correct?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Garchomp staying in makes me think that he has a Lumberry, but we'll just find out because he's not gonna be choiced, obviously.
Yep.
So when you see the Will-O-Wisp hit the Garchomp, let's see if it has a Lumberry. And there's
Yep,
the Lumberry,
there we go.
smart play, and he's obviously switched out there. This is great for the guy. It gets Fake Out, huh? It gets
Senna.
Fake Out. Soda victory.
Soda for right, Shane.
So it looks like this
Sableye
guy
gets Fake
really
Out.
knows what's going on. He wanted to avoid the double Fake Out, or he wanted to avoid all Fake Out damage altogether.
Yep.
All right, so he switches out. I guess he didn't want to eat like a second Will-O-Wisp, but I really would have stayed in with that Garchomp there. It would have killed. It would have clocked the Jolteon Sash, no problem. Jolteon goes for a Shadow Ball. I really don't agree with that, but I'm not the one playing. I don't know what round this is. I think he would have done. He would have done more damage using a Thunderbolt.
It did get a special D
so,
drop
yeah.
though, so
It would have got a paralyzed. It's the
Possible,
same
yeah.
thing, same percent chance. No, he wouldn't have got paralyzed. He can't paralyze a Rotom. Anyways,
There's that.
There's
famous
the Pride One
that
Brave
we
Bird.
were
did
talking about.
the Brave Bird go off before Sableye's attack? Probably.
Yes.
no, it didn't.
No?
Sableye popped the recover. Right?
That
What?
turn?
I thought it
I
did.
don't think so.
Let's go back.
Instant replay now.
It's like ESPN. Da 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 da.
Was it that turn? All right, so the Garchomp goes out.
I think Garchomp. I think he pops recover this turn.
It's you probably.
Yeah, this is a
It's
recover.
well,
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you were right.
so
this
it's
is
because
What's
it's
chat
the
saying?
next
Is
turn.
chat saying anything at all?
Oh.
Oh.
You cannot breed
No.
legendaries.
No, it's
Thank
fine.
you for the love for our hats.
Yeah, she made all our hats.
That's Dia.
All right, so Sableye takes some Hydro Pump damage, and then Brave Bird.
It might have just
So
been going
this
for an
Sableye
attack.
has all of its HP right now from that
Did
recovery,
the
right?
Rotom just attack before the?
I think
Talonflame?
it was going for.
Yeah, it ice beamed.
It
Well, it was a Hydro Pump.
It's Hydro.
Hydro
But like,
Pump.
why is he attacking before the Talonflame?
You tell me.
I'm not watching it. I've never seen this before. All right. Talonflame died. Yeah, Talonflame could also have Flame Body if you want
Yep.
to suck. All right.
Well, everyone assumes that you got.
If you
the
want
Gale
to
Wings.
suck, you can use Flame Body.
Wow, well, you know what? Sometimes you just love your Talonflame. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think you suck just because it has flame body.
Yeah, you do.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so the
Slowking
Slowking
Sig come
comes
out.
in.
It's shiny. That's kind of cool. Now, Garchomp's gonna go over Protect.
Eat
Is that a
the
shiny Slowking?
Scald.
You just
Yeah,
said
it
that,
was
wow.
shiny. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he goes for the Thunderbolt here, and he does have a special G drop. So we see the Citrus Berry
Citrus Berry
here.
being
That's a
popped.
standard move on
Yep.
the Rotom.
Is Rotom Mushroom Ball?
It's
Yeah,
for
I
everything.
think so.
It's
Okay.
a
Rotom Wash
jack of
does
all
it all.
trades except for attacks, like
He's the
physical
number
attacks.
one used Pokemon.
And so, can you take out the Jolteon? I really think it should have went for the Slowking that turn, because Yeah, this was gonna happen. But I mean, he had a free shot to hit
Yeah.
that Slowking. So Charizard's gonna come out. It has to be Charizard Y. I really think it could also be Charizard X. I've seen a couple of Charizard X Alexes. I've been fucked up like twice by Charizard X.
Whoa.
All right, so we see Intimidate go off from the Mawile, and I think we're gonna see double Mega Evolution here.
Is that like the standard response to seeing one Mega Evolution go off? Is
You usually
on a
wanna,
Mega Evolve as well?
you usually want to Mega Evolve the first turn you come out,
I see.
just because your speed can then be used the way it's supposed to be. Like Mawile can't do anything unless it's Mega Evolved.
Yeah.
So Charizard's going for the Solar Beam. Because it's sunny, he doesn't have
Yep.
a charge.
That's so cool.
And
It's a good move to use on Rotom Washes.
I think I actually just would have went for a Heat Wave there. It would have done a little bit of damage to Rotom, who had a special D-drop in
Yep.
the sun. Rotom's not doing anything. The Thunderbolt wouldn't kill any of these.
And the Hydro Pump's weakened.
Yeah, so like I really think that he could have went with that, because he would have killed a Mawile. Did Mawile not Mega?
It did not. Does that mean that a different kind of
It's
item?
Mega. It's Mega
Megging now.
Okay, now.
It's okay.
He might have.
Yeah, I think he switched it in. I think he switched it in, didn't he?
Yeah, he switched
So
it.
Garchomp's
in.
going to
Okay,
protect.
so
I
it's
think this
So it couldn't
Garchomp
have.
is being way too timid. He could just... timid Garchomp. So he goes for a double protect here. I guess he's trying to waste turns on the
The
sun.
sun, because he had 5 turns of sun.
There's the Flamethrower. He doesn't have Heat Wave, so that's kind of weird. And we see... Is that Sucker Punch?
Indeed, it is.
One shot. So,
Wow.
great.
Huge
Mawile is super strong. Great Pokemon. And Rock Slide from Garchomp. So
Does
we already know
lots of
he's banded.
damage.
So this is the standard Garchomp set. It looks like Protect, Rock Slide, Earthquake, either Outrage
Yep.
or Dragon Claw with a Lumberry. It's the same set most people use.
Is that all of them?
Yep.
Yeah, and that's
GG.
so. Like I said before, the battle really started. And we got a little bit dicey in there.
Yep.
The guy, right?
Senna,
Senna
yep.
won because his team was amazing. Great team right off the bat. I have to assume the rest of the things. What were other things in his team? Do you remember? Do you have like an Amoonguss or
that he brought.
Yeah.
I do not remember. There are other battles from him
Okay.
that we can watch. Do we want to?
Let's watch another battle. It's fine. Just watch another battle.
Let's find
Hopefully
another
we went with
battle
the Talonflame
from
in it.
Senna.
Yeah.
Because I want to see if it had Flame Body.
or the Tailwind.
We've got he looks like he had a Sableye and a Ferrothorn on his team.
Ooh, so he
Otherwise,
probably has that
so
band.
so we look at this one, or
No, let's not look at this one. Let's look at
this one was a Talonflame.
This is the same exact team, except he has a Sableye. Has against Conkeldurr.
Hey, Conkle, and we were
Actually-
just talking about that
Hey, look at
earlier.
how many Pokemon you hate
What do you-
on
what do
Pressa's
you
team.
think?
Oh, can we watch this, please?
Listen, we can watch it just one sec. What do you guys think of Gothak? Do you know what its hidden ability is?
No, I
It's
do not.
can't get taunted
No, it gets competitive. Do you know what that is?
against an opposite gender.
No.
Nope.
That's,
I don't know
that's
what
where I
competitive
play.
does.
Competitive is when your stats are
Makes it
lowered.
good.
When your stats are lowered, it sharply raises your special attack.
Right.
Intimidate, which Mawile has, is the best ability in doubles. Other than like
Does
one
it
regard.
intimidate both Pokemon?
Yeah.
Yep.
That is
It's
disgusting.
huge. Yeah, that's why
Wow.
Mawile's so big.
Yeah.
So is Salamence, Gyarados. You need
Salamence,
you need
Gyarados,
at least one
Mawile.
Intimidator in your team, or else you don't know what you're doing.
If you have 2 Intimidates, do they both
Yup.
knock? Wow.
Wow.
Like
You
with
can-
me,
you can lower
when
a
I
lot of
see
attack.
like even one Intimidator, I'm like I'm not leading with this physical attacker because it's not worth it because they're neutered right
Yeah.
off the bat. They're useless. So with Gothak, they try and send it in on the Intimidate. They lead with it. I'm guessing Gothak might be a lead. Actually, I don't. Anyways, Gothak comes in, sharply raise that special attack right off the bat. Because people think, oh, he has Gothak, he's terrible, and then they're like, what is this Gothak doing, destroying me? So
It
you
is-
can watch.
it is
Let's
the
watch
lead.
this battle. Yeah,
So let's continue to play it. We're on the team preview screen.
it's gonna take a while.
It might not take that long.
Du-du-du-du-du.
I really like. Is this person a male or female, Jonathan?
Press is a guy.
So the female. All right, that wouldn't even be my bad.
Yeah.
I
okay,
really
this
like
one's-
Press's team. I think it has a lot to bring to the table. I don't know who wins, but I really think that person is a cool team. I personally think Rotom Fire is amazing right now because it could do anything. Like Overheat is so good right now. With just fire attacks. You need a fire attack. I'm using Rotom Fire instead of using Talonflame. So right now he gets the special attack.
Alright, so competitive's gonna proc.
Activate. And that's huge. Like, look how ahead he is. And I've seen his Zoom rolls. I've been seeing Sap Sipper Zoom rolls all over doubles. You try and be like, I'm going to hit this guy, and he's going to Sap Sipper. Oh my gosh, you are so behind when that happens. Even though, because normally his ability is huge power.
Scepsipper absorbs
And he grass attacks,
and
and gets a
heals.
1.5 boost. No, gets a
No,
1.5
it's
attack raise.
yeah.
So it's really big.
Oh my god.
So
So straight for the play rough. On
it doesn't kill. The thing's so bulky.
It's getting competitive again.
Bam! Woo! That's huge.
Because the play rough, what's the chance on play rough to get the defense drop
It's an attack drop.
or attack drop? What is the chance on that?
Oh my god, that would feel so bad if
it's-
you're Mawile right now.
It's
You
fine.
just got murked and then you protected afterwards?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh.
It's okay. So the
Things
Willow's
aren't
gonna go
looking
off
too
here.
good for.
Let's see, he has the Lunberry.
Doesn't-
And there's the freaking...
And the trick room.
So he has
so
times... a +4 special
Special
attack
attack.
raise, and he's going to be slamming down the deeps
Everything.
now. It sucks that Azumarill's burned. I really don't know why he doesn't have a
Lunberry
Lunberry
on
on there. Lunberry's needed on Azumarill in doubles, but, you know, I not want to judge.
Awkward shit.
That's not going to kill, obviously. He should have just went for a,
Yeah.
a waterfall because it's Trick Room. Azumarill's so slow. He goes for the knockoff. They're just picking on this Azumarill.
So I was holding
So
a life
life
orb.
orb.
Yeah, that's
Life
so
orb, okay.
different. That's
That
okay.
is- it's,
Innovation
I
is a
like
thing.
that. That's different.
Yeah. So he goes for
Well,
Protect
huge
here,
power life orb is-
expecting to get probably Sucker Punch baited. And Wawa also popped the Protect. So next turn, both of our Protects will be on cooldown. That's a really cool thing to note.
Mm-hmm.
And Sableye went for knockoff. Obviously, nothing happened this turn. And Azumarill going to go for the play rough. It's going to hit for neutral damage because Sableye has weaknesses now.
That was
And
super effective.
It
on
was
the
super
Sableye.
effective. I forgot. My bad.
It's 2 times 2.
Yeah. It's all right. So
That's rough.
Aqua Jet's going to happen. Obviously, you know it's. I still don't think it'll finish off. Yeah.
All right, so
Sableye's gonna pop the recover. And man, this Gothette is just so strong right now. It had to happen eventually. I think
Yeah.
this thing had to
it had to attack.
yeah.
and
You
it was
could
just
use
gonna
Trick
get-
Room again, but still, you saw the power there. And there's
Mhm.
a bunch of Pokemon that get competitive. I just think it's such a good ability.
Bisharp is one.
Yeah, no. He gets Defiant.
Right.
Defiant raises your attack. Competitive raises your special attack.
But I mean, it's the
So that's my favorite Rotom that just came out.
That's the one I'm using for my VGC team. I think it's the best right now.
It has the Jazz Hands.
Jazz
so
Hands
that makes it
Rotom.
extra powerful.
So what Rotom Fire or whatever brings to the table is that discharge. It's really big. He could care less about his Azumarill right now, but he gets a discharge. He also people think that like, oh, you have Rotom Fire, I'll bring my Rotom Water. Well, you gotta play smart.
That discharge is gonna hurt.
Yep.
It's not that it's gonna hurt because
Well,
it's neutral damage.
it's neutral because he's also.
But
not
you just
for-
don't bring your Rotom Fire if you see them have Rotom Water.
Yep, and here we
He's
see-
a Conkeldurr, so another Pokemon Secret hates.
Yeah.
But
So far, the
This
I'm glad that the
Mawile-
guy that brought most of the Pokemon that I do not like is, but he brought Rotom Fire.
He just swings that cinder. I've never seen his attack animation.
I don't like the way Conkeldurr looks in game.
I hate the way Conkeldurr
I like
looks.
his
Yeah,
attack
same here.
animation.
Yeah.
Like he just swung
It's
a
hideous.
Looks like a
piece of
bum.
concrete.
A bum that's just fighting with cinder blocks he found on the side
Alright,
of the
so
road.
what we're looking at is it's 1-2.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I want the guy with Rotom to win, but I don't know what's gonna happen.
You're rooting for him. He's got.
So Rock Slide's
So
gonna
it's
happen.
not looking
Obviously,
too
Trick Room's
good.
not going anymore.
It's
Rock
good.
Slide's gonna be super effective on Rotom. You gotta play really smart with
Yeah.
that. What's cooking? That's so good. I should really
That's,
invest in nicknames more.
That's an Adventure Time reference. Punchy Oban, right? Hamilton, Adventure Time champion.
All right, so the crit
Yeah.
actually killed the Rotom. It needed the crit. That really sucks.
And flinch.
Yeah, so
on
and then
the-
from the Rock Slide, so
yeah,
that's pretty much gonna be
10%.
that has to be the game.
Yep.
But I really was thinking that Conkeldurr guy had a shot. I think he
So
could have
would,
taken out
would we
Sableye
have seen
earlier.
a team like this in Gen 4?
Never.
Never.
Or Gen 5.
this
Gothette was
isn't-
terrible.
Without the hidden
Conkeldurr
ability.
After
was-
hyping it up for so much.
Conkeldurr, it didn't have that ability last gen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
It's competitive that makes it very viable.
it makes it very competitive. Conkeldurr's really good. Rotom Fire wasn't as big last gen. It was a very niche pick. But what else was he using? Azumarill, terrible last gen. We're going to talk about the Smogon stats for this for December that just came out. And Azumarill's like 11th. And it was like barely hanging on in UU. So you see the use of knockoff.
Everyone's
Yeah.
just getting
It's
up
like-
on this Conkeldurr bum.
Yeah. And
No
it's,
amount of
there's,
cinder blocks is going to help it.
oh,
Yeah.
rough skin, GG.
Ooh.
Rough skin. No, rough skin?
Rough skin wouldn't.
Okay.
I
rough
mean, it
skin's
wouldn't
after.
kill him.
It's
though.
after.
Yeah,
It
it's
would've,
after.
yeah.
After the
Rocky
regame.
helmets on that too.
I still think that
Just
Sandvale
similar.
Garchomp is actually the better pick in doubles.
Uh,
If there is that one guy that uses T-Tar, it's a free victory for you. If you bring Sandvale, and no one's gonna be like, no one's gonna attack your Garchomp with their Kangaskhan, right?
We haven't seen a Kangaskhan yet either.
I'm surprised there
I'm
weren't
surprised
any.
as well, yeah.
Like Patch, would you attack a Garchomp with your Kangaskhan?
Is there sand going?
No, just in general.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right, so the Mach
This
Punch is
game's-
gonna take it out.
Yeah, this game's pretty much just over.
Suicide, as it's called.
Yeah.
going out on his own accord.
Yeah.
Still didn't kill that Sableye. That's kind of annoying.
Yeah, Sableye still showing how strong it is in
Yep.
its own right.
It's actually, like, I'm surprised we saw there's 2 people that use Sableye now. I don't know why there's so many because, in my opinion, there's... What?
It's a better singles Pokemon.
It's a better singles
Singles.
Pokemon, but I think Meowstic is a much better doubles prankster user.
Mm.
It gets screens, it doesn't get like Trick Room or anything, but it gets screens, Thunder Wave, Swagger, Safeguard, all the moves you really need. All that Sableye really gets that those don't get is Will-O-Wisp.
Mm.
So they're just a little bit different. Also, Meowstic is a lot sneakier. Where's the sound coming from?
Those ones had sound. I'm looking through. There was. You want to see Mega Kangaskhan in action?
Not really.
Any more battles with Talonflame?
Yeah.
Since that's our Pokemon of the week still.
I would play this one, but I think we saw this one from the previous perspective. No, we didn't.
Well, Talonflame's on the other team.
Yes, this is Senna's on the other side of this one now.
These people already played.
This is a different team though. She got Escavalier.
Why does she have it? Oh, it's a Trick Room team. Yeah, let's look at this.
All right, so this is another match from one of the VGCs at SAC Anime, which is the convention. We see, I believe Senna's using the same Pokemon that he's been using in the last 4 battles, and we've seen Nikki Cole. She's leading with the Meowstic, and she's brought in a Scavalier, and then we've seen the Slowking and Charizard Y.
So, Meowstic also is Fake Out. So it's just like Sable. I knew Sable I got Fake Out. I would not be denied. I've been Fake Outed by one too many a Sableye.
Before we continue, should we actually ask our viewers to throw in the keyword to try to get a Talonflame that we've been talking about so far?
Oh, right, yeah, we can raffle off a Talonflame in the middle of this. Hold on.
While we're watching this battle, people can be typing or whatever.
Yeah, hold on though. I need to.
Yeah.
I can only do the raffle from my dashboard, so let me
That's weird.
do a little. It's a Google Chrome app. So
Put it in your deck, Alex.
For the sidebar, and respect the sidebar. James never uses any of his side cards at all.
Really?
Yeah, he says he cannot play with it. He feels terrible every time he puts
I
like
could see.
$150
I
card
I
in
would
his
play
deck.
like with a sign card without a case on it.
Yeah, I play with my side
Like I
cards.
think if I were to do that and fight James,
yes.
he would just be like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, no,
like I'd free win.
Put them on tilt, right?
Yeah.
Okay, back to
That is
Pokemon.
the someone was asking about the Talonflame. It is a fletching, right?
Yep.
So it's a
Has Tailwind.
level
as
1 fletching. It's got Tailwind, so it is viable, very much viable
It's
for
not the
doubles.
flame body that we've been talking about.
It's a Gale Wings, Tailwind, Talon Flame.
I think
fletching.
that guy had like a
Fletching.
Gale Wings. I would just hope so.
Hold on. Let me find the video. Oh, right. This one starts a little weird.
So while we're just loading and talking,
Let me just, there we go.
while we're
So-
talking, Talonflame, you can do it 2 ways. 3, 4 different ways actually. You can go full HP, full speed, and that lets you use your Brave Birds. For doubles, I would recommend like a full attack and mostly HP with a little bit in speed to be about 328, just because you want to outspeed dragons
Yeah.
if you have to. Like you need to be able to outspeed Mega Kangaskhan at all times so you can Will-O-Wisp it, because Talonflame is a great counter to Kangaskhan.
Alright, so for the raffle of the 5e, we're going to watch this battle while we wait for keywords to come in. The keyword is Talon. Talon, all lowercase.
Like
so
the champion.
Type Talon into chat while we cast this next video.
And the IVs are 5 IV, right? And the next
yeah.
one's 6.
It's everything but
They're both 5.
everything.
That's fair.
Everything but special.
Yeah.
None of
so
the work you have to do to breed your own Talonflame.
So it's 5 IV Talonflame raffle. So type in Talon into the chat while we go over this video.
At the end of the video is when we'll reveal who won.
Yeah. We'll roll
Chat
at the
saying
end.
anything?
We got 3 people in, so they're coming in. So let's finish watching this.
Does anyone say anything? Can you like drag it? Because chat was talking. Talon. All right, cool.
Talon. Someone's asking about Klefki, but we can talk about Klefki after we talk about Meowstic here.
I think Klefki's better than Meowstic and Sableye. But
Well,
whatever.
So Rotom Wash and Garchomp with the opening versus Slowking and is that Meowstic?
Yep.
Double
that's
shiny,
the
and I would
Meowstic.
really give the advantage to Slowking Meowstic guy. I don't know who won.
Was it because
but
of the
Trick
shiny?
Room is no, it's Trick Room. Trick Room is the way to play doubles. That's pretty much how you do it, and it's a great counter to everything else.
So there's a Reflect.
This is a very standard team on both sides. These are great leads for both sides. You do the Trick Room and the Fake Out. You also have the Discharge Earthquake potential from Rotom Garchomp. He actually decides to not. He might not have discharge. That's pretty cool. I personally think that even if your team, if you have a Garchomp, you think you want. I have discharge and Thunderbolt on my Rotom, just in
Right.
case those situations come
So
up.
the Meowstic gets crit after putting a Reflect up.
And that sucks. Crits go through Reflect. That
Yep.
is bad luck. And that ain't doing anything.
That was probably meant for
LOL. Yeah.
probably nuking the Meowstic there, as prankster Pokemon are very much a threat.
Oh god.
And we saw Garchomp already. We knew it had a Lumberry from previous
Yeah.
rounds.
So that Ice Beams will kill any Garchomp.
No, they won't actually. You need to have quite a bit of investment to kill it. Blissey Ice Beam does not kill Garchomp.
Okay.
Especially a doubles Garchomp. You can't be so sure. But he already knew from earlier rounds they would work.
So
This is true.
Cavalier is what's interesting about this?
You wanna
pick?
pause
Why
that.
bring out- Why
All
bring
right, so
out Cavalier?
it comes out and it gets intimidated, which sucks. It's neutered, it's useless. It's a Trick Room Pokemon. It has a huge attack, but it's the slowest thing in the world. It gets that stabbed Mega Horn. He's gonna like, oh Rotom, you're dead. Mega Horn, you will die if it's like a banned Mega Horn. He also gets Gyro Ball. Like, oh, Garchomp, you're dead. Gyro Ball, you're dead. So that's what he brings
Yep,
to the table. It's a
that's
very
Cavalier.
niche pick, and a lot of the Pokemon that you would really want to use in a Trick Room team aren't available yet. So that's
see.
why you're using this Cavalier. I think Scissor's better, but this is like a Trick Room Scizor. You see how it works?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's the same typing as Scizor.
Yeah.
Steel Bug. So let's come in. We got the Intimidate off. The Mawa's going for Protect, and how's this
These
turn
guys
go?
are so protect heavy. I don't know why they think
Well,
that this is always the right move.
VGC's is really protect heavy, isn't it?
VGC's is protect heavy, but I want to say that these guys are like protecting. They're too scared. I don't see why they're so scared. You have nothing to fear from anything other than a Escavalier. And if it's attacking, it's not protecting. So you can still kill it. That's why I think that they're personally just too scared.
Is this going to be a Charizard Y?
Alright.
This will be a Charizard Y. He switched the Escavalier out because he wants to come out without the Intimidate.
Okay.
And he probably didn't want to get neutered from the Will-O-Wisp.
I see.
So you're gonna see a Sucker Punch come
Sucker
onto
Punch,
the.
and he's Peace. Rip in peace. Oh,
Nope.
wow, he's alive?
It's a Slow King.
Slow
it's
King
actually
is a special wall.
It's EV. Yeah, it's EV spread is very mixed.
Huh. You talked to him about it?
Yes, I was talking to her about it. It's a
Her,
very,
sorry.
it's a bold Slow King with a very. It's got investment in special attack and then like defense and special defense and HP. Like it's sort of it's like a mix of four. It's unorthodox, but I mean
It has to be
6
for-
HP. You can't call that. It's unpredictable. And it worked here.
Mega Charizard's gonna happen. Mega Charizard Y.
So that's Drought.
Yep.
It's high special. Well,
So let's just see how this
No
Escavalier
stats yet.
works. I think there's one more turn on Trick Room, right?
did the Trick Room go off?
I thought he used Trick Room, didn't he? I've been talking.
The Trick Room. No.
Okay, it's fine.
I think the Reflect was the
he went
first
for the Heat Wave.
prankster
So
move.
remember last time we saw Charizard, it didn't use Heat Wave.
Yeah, it didn't at
Was
all.
that
Used
this
the
guy's?
flamethrower.
Was
It
this,
was the same-
was this-
Same
same
person.
person?
So
He's
Heat
Charizard
Wave and
That's
Flamethrower.
kind of different. I don't know why we'd want to use just Flamethrower. They're like the same type of power. It's okay.
Cavalier just making an appearance one more time.
Because he doesn't want to fight the Talonflame right now. It's
Yep.
a bad matchup. Slowking's going to come back out. Regenerate, that's its ability. It
Yep.
gets more
So
health.
33% of its health back.
I think if you're going to be
Wow.
playing in doubles, it's better to use like Oblivious. That's just how I see it. And he's going to go down.
Right.
That was really
the mixed,
close, I think.
The mixed spread isn't going to be
Yeah.
enough to save
Is
it this time.
that
but-
Talonflame banded? No, it's not. It's the same Talonflame from before.
Yep.
It's not banded. It has, yeah, the orb. So Heatwave's going to come out. It's going to rip in peace Talonflame.
Yep.
It did its job.
Yeah, and Rotom probably can't kill Charizard with a Thunderbolt
If
here.
it can't, then the Solar Beam's going to get it.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Mawil's back
Or,
out.
you could always Heat Wave from Mawile.
That's
Oh, that
he
feels
might,
so
actually
good,
I would
man.
rather flamethrower than
Flamethrower, yeah.
Mawile. But I think Heatwave's fine here too.
Protected.
Oh yeah, he called
Yep.
it and went for the Sword Beam on the Rotom. That was really smart.
Yeah.
And if like Escavalier puts up like a Swords Dance here, oh my goodness, that's gonna get out of hand.
Oh, that'd be so free.
Yeah. Of course it's gonna kill.
Mhm.
That's like Charizard is the counter for Rotom Wash, which is why you see so many
Yeah.
of them right now.
Charizard
And
Y.
He obviously did I
No, you didn't. I was just
I said Charizard,
being a
didn't
little
I?
specific.
So he goes for the Sucker Punch, right? And it's not gonna kill.
So we're going to go for Heat Wave.
And then the Iron Head, and that's gonna be game.
I don't think the Iron Head
Yeah,
gets to
so
go
it looks
off.
like all the Escavalier did was bait. I don't think it
Yeah.
ever hit anything.
No, it was just out there.
Yeah, there's a
scaring
really
people.
good Trick Room team. Really good.
So that's 1-1
Mm-hmm.
between those two.
That is, yeah.
Trick Room. I think you always need to bring a Trick Roomer in your team, just to Trick Room their Trick Room.
Just get it back to normal.
Yeah. So we got a bunch of people that want Talonflames.
Yeah.
All right, so let's
Give 'em one last
pick
chance.
the raffle. So we've got 6 people entered into the thing. I'm gonna roll the dice. Razor Pikachu.
All right.
Razor Pikachu, you were our first viewer to talk.
Oh
this,
man, Patrick, how'd you get in there?
What? Who? What?
All right, so Razor Pikachu, put your friend code into the chat.
You know.
You are going to be adding the friend code we're about to link, and then our resident poet will get you a fletching.
A fletchling that will scorch the earth that it leaves behind.
Yes,
Fear my Talonflame.
threat in the sky. All right, so I'm gonna write down that and pass
What
it off
says
to him.
IGN? IGN.
What is your?
It says Pika.
All right, so
Pika.
it's Pika.
Shout out to.
So
my
you're ready
haiku
to add a friend code?
last week as it was.
All right, do you want me to read it to you or am I to write it down?
Just write it down. Pass it to me.
Am I tripping?
Yeah, I know.
It even shows that they're not following. Everyone
Yeah.
point the finger
Yeah.
of shame, not follow.
Follow,
Razor
not
Pikachu.
following. We're not gonna be like those streams that don't give prizes to people who aren't following though.
We
'cause
could be though.
we could be, but
But that's not us.
yeah, we're nice.
Because we love you guys.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right, so I'm gonna let you have. I believe he's got another haiku for us as well.
You have haiku?
Oh, yeah. I could share my haiku about my true feelings about Talonflame.
last haiku was overall about Talonflame.
Was an introduction to Talonflame. This is Hamilton, Professor Hamilton's true feelings of Talonflame.
Yeah, here we go. Oh my, Talonflame, how do you fly so swiftly? Oversized pigeon.
All right,
True
so
words have never been spoken.
It is an oversized pigeon.
I liked
had so much more style.
Staraptor
Did you see
had
that
so
hairstyle?
much
Swag
style.
Raptor.
Swag Raptor indeed.
that close combat.
I hate when I'm like fishing for shinies or when I have to send the Talonflame out and it goes like I can have my volume on the lowest amount and it'll be like oh and I'm like man I'm like trying to sleep I'm just trying to like fall asleep and I just sent you out an accident and you're so loud.
He has to let everyone know about his presence. You know, you can't bring that down.
Yeah, speaking of Pokemon growls that I never really listened to because I don't play with sound on, I listened to Togekiss's growl the other day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it sounds like, correct?
Yeah, I know what it sounds like.
Okay, so I decided that Togekiss is a Protoss, and that I needed to nickname mine Void Ray, so that's what I did.
Protoss of StarCraft.
That's
Yes.
a good name. I'm about to name my Togekiss Void Ray.
Oh, you're just gonna steal it right out of Jelly Sounds.
I'm
Hey,
gonna-
he stole my Togekiss.
That's
He uses
true.
mine.
All right.
And
Yeah,
the thing
but
is,
so did everybody
he wouldn't
else.
think it was a Void Ray unless he thought about it being like my tech. It's an A move. It's A move, right? Choice Scarf Togekiss is A move. You guys got my back?
All right, so I'm gonna play it here through the mic.
Yeah, it's a Void Ray.
Tell me that's not like
For those of you guys that don't know
StarCraft
anything
players.
about StarCraft, it's a
Protoss is one of the races.
Yeah. When you talk about Void Rays, it's a thing that pretty much can power up, but they're A move. You pretty much click your Void Ray and click it at the back of their base and you kill everything along the line. No skill involved. You just very slowly kill everything. And that's what Choice Scarf Togekiss does. It just kills everything.
Alright, nice little Void Ray.
So-
Just asking about that twist, is that the Swag Town? I mean, Flinch Town?
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
Flinchtown. Togekiss will take you to
Razor
Flinchtown.
Pichu, this Talonflame, you can use it in singles.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with that. We were just saying how it's very good in both.
But you can use it like you could go back to the Heart Scale lady and put Tailwind back on it, adjust its EV spread, and just use it for doubles if you want to.
Yep, anytime you want.
If you do watch our stream on Friday nights, singles to Talonflame is very popular. It does a lot of work. Sometimes has to be tricked out, right? Like,
Yeah.
Not tricked room or anything like that, but like tricked to kill because you just don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
But
One cool thing in the Talonflame versus Talonflame matchup, me and you played a battle.
Yep.
The Citrus Berry Talonflame will win the Talonflame versus Talonflame matchup anytime.
Any other in with a Life Orb with we haven't tried with a Choice Band, but
You won't
when a
get thrown one shot.
Talonflame and a Talonflame go into like
Locked in aerial combat.
perfect combat against each other, Brave Bird, Brave Bird, Brave Bird, Brave Bird. It's a double knockout every time, except the Talonflame holding the Citrus Berry goes in for the knockout, takes the recoil damage, heals itself back up, and then
Lives the last Brave Bird.
yeah.
And
Actually, it's
the
gotta
other
go. No, it's gotta go second. It's got to
Yeah.
take. It's gotta eat the Brave Bird, go back up to health, and then give a Brave Bird that will kill the Talonflame that's taking recoil damage, and then its recoil won't be enough to kill it.
All right.
In the Talonflame versus Talonflame world, the Citrus Berry.
The Talonflame versus Talonflame
determines
meta
the
is a
winner.
very, very new playing field for.
We do this. We just bring 6 Talonflames to a battle. We just
Yeah.
Brave
Different
Bird,
item.
Brave Bird all day.
What if you put Rocky Helmet on one of the Talonflames?
That's so BM.
But you're saying the Citrus Berry reigns supreme. I want to see a Talonflame with a Rocky Helmet.
Well, the Rocky Helmet is what, 1/8? I don't think that.
No, but that's funny. Because you could just put like you could be like full HP, full defense, roost
Roosted Talonflame.
Roost Rocky Helmet Talonflame with like Will-O-Wisp and Toxic, and I don't even want to talk about this anymore.
Alright, did we want to give away another one? If I clear the.
Let's wait a little. We just gave away one.
Yeah,
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 The
we're not.
excitement's gonna go away if you just start.
That
we're
is
not
just.
Oprah.
I'm about to just do that. All right. The next thing we're going to talk about was
yeah, right. Kai would use that one right off the get go.
all right. So
It sounds like a Sableye.
Yeah.
Alright, so did we want to go over any other replays, or did we want to go on to the next topic?
we go to the next topic. We can talk about the site being launched.
Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah,
if you haven't noticed, in this general direction.
Sigurd,
Just-
yeah, you see, I was like,
Sigurd
Sigurd,
needs to
point off
to it.
screen. Nah.
Sigurd, point to it. Point to the Impulse logo. There we go. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
There's a logo that you've never seen before.
And you want to explain it, or you want me to go?
Well, you
Someone
can go.
please explain it.
All right, yeah. So it's our
What is this
it's our
logo?
gaming team, Maximum Impulse Gaming. Just recently launched this website a couple days ago. It'd be really cool if all you guys check that out. It's gonna be where all the VODs for this is gonna be going, as well as I don't know if you guys know what Smogon is. It's a site we'll be talking about later in the cast, but it's gonna be pretty much our team's website. So all of our content will go there. We do Pokemon of the Week, the full write-up for last week's Pokemon of the Week, as well as this week's Pokemon of the Week.
Will be in the
put up
blog
there.
section.
And the blog section has all the players. We're going to eventually have the featured streams, the store, everything for our pretty much Pokemon
All the Pokemon content
you could
from
ever want is gonna
us
be on that site.
will be through Maximum Impulse website.
And we also do other games. We do League of Legends. We have a really great League of Legends team.
They're starting up a Smash Bros. Tournament with there's a charity event in Texas.
Yep, we're doing a LAN there. And
Please
we're
donate.
also
Video game donators and charitors have been proven to almost be like the top people to
Yeah.
raise money for various charitable causes.
Yeah.
So, like, please do
Athene. the #1 Patty Dan in the world.
it. Yeah.
Anyways, no, so, and we also are recruiting for our Hearthstone team. So you can go check out the forums. It's free to become a member. I don't know, like some place. I've never been to a place where like you must pay to become a member. That would be weird.
That would be. You must pay to become a member of the Battle Chateau. Oh, Razor Pikachu have followed.
Okay,
Oh,
good
thank
man.
you, Razor Pikachu.
So
you
anyways,
didn't
yeah,
have to do
so-
it. You didn't have to. It's fine.
We weren't gonna make you.
Is your Pikachu or
Razor.
Like it has like a razor.
So-
blade.
That's a good question.
Like,
Yeah.
give me your Pikachu.
So,
Yeah.
continuing to talk about the site, all our content's going to go there. Feel free to make an account, and anyone can post there. Like, if you have questions, if you have content you want to put on there, yeah, that's fine. That's where it's going to go. That's a great place to put stuff like
Be a
that.
part of our community.
Yeah, it's actually more the forums and stuff are actually more of a community. When you go to the front page, it shows what the site's about. Maximum Impulse isn't about like producing top players for everything. It's about giving the community a place to play all games in a great location.
And there'll be sort of like news content as well, articles on stuff, blogs on just analysis of when it comes to League, different builds. When it comes to Pokemon, just different
builds.
strats that we see. Analysis on what we see at the VGC. Middle of January after the 19th, we're going to be posting a lot of content of the regional VGC. So yeah, make sure you save that website.
My pen broke.
It's a good spot. Did you want?
so sad.
I had like a form here. What was Twitch name, email address, friend code, in-game name?
For the tournament?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Okay. So
We're not doing that yet. I broke my pen.
it looks like this.
That's not a thing.
When we're ready, this will
Alright.
look. Did you want to talk about that though? The tournament?
The tournament is not what we're talking about next.
Okay.
All right. So
Denied.
my pen is now I'm out of pencil. All right. I'll use it as a pointer. Okay. So now that you guys check out the site, all right, cool. I have 2 pens now.
But you need to write something.
I don't really need to write anything. I kind of just wanted
Then-
my pen to work.
So what's on that notepad?
What's on this notepad? This one?
Where are we going to next?
All right. So on the notepad we're gonna be talking about the SAC Anime Tournament that was this weekend. I was not there. I was down in LA and San Diego, but you were there, and Hamilton was there. There was 3 tournaments, correct? What were they?
The first Friday evening was Smogon OU tier singles tournament 6v6.
Pokebank, correct?
With potential Pokebank.
Okay.
It wasn't policed at all. I don't know that everybody used specifically Pokebank Pokemon though. So
is this a tournament from? Is this a game from
no,
that?
I have a game from the singles.
Because you're not showing it on the stream.
I know. I'm still looking for it. I don't want to.
Did you enter the tournament?
No.
Here we go.
I did not.
This
So no representation from us. But
No,
we
he entered, and Hamilton entered.
Oh, Hamilton entered?
He
Or
entered
were they-
singles.
Tournament,
Yeah, T was
okay.
T beat him,
Didn't
right?
you have to pay for it?
Yeah, you always have to pay.
No, I'm not gonna.
There's
here, take my
$2.
money.
It's
Oh, could you?
$2.
All right, so you could be like, here, take my money, and then just take all of their money.
All right.
I can't take their money.
You could take their money.
I can't take their money.
Yeah, we taught you. You were bred for success.
Wait.
Just earthquake it.
I'm just happy I beat one person.
Flapping
I got a button
wings,
for it.
no
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
I was
so
proud of myself.
what I'm gonna play now is a match from the. It wasn't the final match of the singles tournament because the final match of the is with when you do a single elim. Sometimes what you'll get is like the person who makes it to the final who only played really low level players, and they're also not the best level players because you don't go around and you don't. So in the finals you don't play the best people necessarily. So he said in the final match that he just 6-stocked him really fast, and he didn't want to show that replay. As far as the guy who won, this is the guy who won versus someone you have actually seen on this stream before if you've come through the tournament, Liam Kidd.
Top competitor here. Usually gets the semifinals. Has won it twice. Yeah.
And we've seen Senna be great in
So wait, T
in battles.
loses?
Yes.
Oh, come on. That's no fun. Whatever. Just go to it.
Wait, actually, I didn't do this one. This one's 20 seconds long because this battle's 46 turns long.
46 turns. You know, what do you think I made up? I made up time? Made
Yeah.
up turns?
We can
Think our
skip some.
viewers have time? No, I'm
We
kidding.
can skip some.
Nobody has time
Wait,
for
why
that.
are we casting T's game? Those games take forever.
So we're not gonna cast this one then. Well,
Well,
this
we
is the
hyped it
this is the
up.
only one I have from this. This is only a singles battle. We can just look at the what happened.
I actually watched that game. I can tell you exactly what happened.
Listen to the professor.
I was standing over T's shoulder watching him play the
Were you like
game.
his coach? Were you
And
like
Get it
I-
in the nice and
Yeah, I was cheering him on the whole time. And basically, he used the Pokemon that he beat me with, which was the Choice Scarf Togekiss.
Void Ray.
Except unlike That's Choice Scarf Togekiss, his didn't carry Flamethrower. So he got walled pretty hard by a Ferrothorn. And there was like 40 turns of switching until T finally lost a Pokemon and then lost in the next 3 turns. That was the game.
So as soon as he broke through,
As soon as he
You
broke,
don't actually have
yeah.
to show a replay. We can kind of just talk about the tournament and
Yeah.
have a replay going on in the background.
I'll
like
just-
that
I'll just
turn
play these.
extravaganza.
I'm gonna play this. This was a. This is the first round from Nikki Cole. She made it to the finals of Sunday's mock VGC.
And are they going to the VGC? It's going to be happening.
Yes, it's actually near them as far as
Oh.
Sunny
Well, is it
Sunny
that
wants to go.
convenient?
the shiny
Well, it's closer to them
mouse
than it is
again.
to us. It's in Long Beach. They're closer to like
Is
the
that a
down
Helios
south
stick?
area.
That
Yes,
Yeah.
Helios.
So that guy has a
Oh,
bunch of
wow.
actually. So what ability do you think he's going to have?
On the Helio stick?
Yeah.
I thought I was just gonna talk about the tournament while it's
No,
played
I'm
in the
just
background.
asking you. What ability do you think? He can have like 3 different really good abilities.
That's true.
It's going to be solar power. It has to be solar power because he's with Charizard.
Yep, with the
But anyways,
Charizard
yeah,
combo.
just talk about the tournament. Go ahead. I didn't go.
So, as far as there were the singles tournament was won by all 3 tournaments were actually won by the same guy. What was his name? Santa. What?
Sangria. I don't know what his name
The
is.
the guy we've been casting his battles. He won all 4 tournaments that were over the weekend. So there's one. There were 3 run by the Game Room. 2 were doubles format VGC, and there was 1 officially sanctioned VGC by like Pokemon by Nintendo reps. So it wasn't for any actual points though, because it wasn't part of the winter
circuit,
season.
yeah.
But it was still pretty official, and so. Let's see. The first tournament I entered was the afternoon one, and the style they did was Swiss. So you play in every round, and then you choose like you just get your score towards the end, and then whoever's the highest score just wins after 4 rounds. So the way they did for the game room was single elim matches. They should VGC doubles format, so everybody gets paired randomly with a partner, and then. If you win, you go on. If you lose, you leave, and then you switch up to a different partner, and then you keep battling until there's only 2 of you left, and then the winner wins.
Okay. You talked for quite some time.
Yeah.
Good job.
That was good.
I think in the future you might want to put like a period in there somewhere.
Oh,
No, it's fine.
That's good.
That's a very standard run through of how a tournament format is.
well,
works.
and yeah,
Okay.
they were pretty standard
I didn't
tournaments.
go. I can't talk. You know.
There wasn't. Everyone was really excited at one point. Someone lives with 1 HP.
That's always exciting.
That's when you get the oh.
Do you need something, Alex?
Red light.
Yeah, come here. Sorry, Sarah.
Were there any like super awesome kill moves?
I
Like
heard
I love it
Gastrodon
when I
was there
see.
a lot.
Why are you making me
I heard
dance?
Gastrodon was in there a lot.
Stream.
Gastrodon. There was what happened in the VGC. Gastrodon is not allowed in VGC, but what one guy did, and he ended up getting the highest score because no one caught him until the final round. At a VGC, if you bring a Gastrodon, you're instantly disqualified and everybody hates you.
Well, you're not even allowed to. It's not even like that.
It wouldn't even have made it that
It wouldn't
far.
even
Yeah.
have made it. They were like, oh, this Pokemon's bring a different one. Because when you sign up for a VGC, they check your game.
Yeah.
You put it in a machine.
So here they took your DS. They looked at your battle box to make sure that all your Pokemon, your moves were kosher. There was one guy who was like, "Oops, I didn't know Togekiss wasn't VGC available," and they said, "Okay, so you need to switch it out." And they didn't check what he switched his Togekiss out for, and he switched it out for Gastrodon because he's a scumbag.
Whoa.
We talked to him. He wasn't a nice guy. Like there are nice guys. He was kind of a jerk.
Well,
Is
remember the
Gary
time?
Oakstad is jerk,
You're-
or like the new rival of Ash, Henry, or whatever that guy's name is?
Like, Gary Oak, you could respect.
Uh huh.
He's the best.
I mean,
Well,
he's
there was one time
Pokemon professor.
where I was playing in the semifinals of a SAC anime tournament, and were any of you guys there for that tournament?
No.
The guy that I got all the way to like the semis. It was a big tournament. It was one of their bigger ones. And weeds happened. I throw my ass off.
Blaziken.
No. That was a different tournament. That also happened. That was in Gen 5. This is in Gen 4. I throw my ass off, and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to set up Stealth Rocks against this Ninjask. He pops a double team. And I'm like, no.
Oh, you cannot raise your evasion.
And so
Even
I
know
I
that
did put
one.
up my Stealth Rocks, and I go, Diego, he's using double team. And Diego's like, well, the Dio was the judge. He's like, well, that's not supposed to happen. And this guy's like, what do you mean? What's the problem? I'm like, no wonder you're freaking undefeated. Freaking Tom passing double teams off. So I didn't DQ him. I was like, just don't bring your Ninjask. And so he brought him a champ. And that was even more annoying than the freaking Ninjask was.
Machamp.
Choice Scarf Machamp is no joke.
So you would have rather have dealt with the Ninjask.
I could. The Ninjask isn't gonna do anything.
Why'd you complain? Sounds like you beat yourself.
I won the freaking tournament.
Okay, that's all I wanted to hear.
But that
That's all I
Machamp
wanted
killed
to
like
hear.
3 of my Pokemon.
All we're gonna hear is that like you weren't at these SAC anime tournaments, and you would have won all of them.
Yeah, that's the plan.
All right, that's the plan.
All right, so there was a single question that I saw. Gastrodon and Togekiss are not VGC kosher because they're not in the Kalos Dex. There are 3 Kalos Pokedexes. There's the Central Kalos Dex, the Mountain Kalos Dex, and the Coastal Kalos Dex. If it's not in any of those 3
That's the one
Pokedexes, what?
He's like,
I'll say
Hamilton's
Mountain, Central,
Hamilton is
Coastal in any
DMing.
order
That's
I
what
want.
he's doing.
Was Mountain last? You go Central, Coastal, Mountain, don't you? Whatever. There are 3 Pokedex. There are 3 of them.
Just say the Kalos next.
Yeah, the Kalos. Well, yeah. So you can find some Pokemon like Togetic in the Friend Safari, or you can find Larvestas. But because they're only in the national decks, so you can't use your Volcaniroa, your Gastrodon, your Togekick, your Blissey, or your Chansey,
All right.
and that makes us sad. So
Anyways,
let's go to Smogon.
we're going to Smogon now? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Wrap it up.
Do you mind post the link?
I'm gonna link a thread into the chat,
All right.
and that is going to be the forum that we're looking at is basically in the Smogon Battle Simulator. They take statistics of all the battles and what people are using and doing the best with, and so we have the number, like the top 5 Pokemon for December.
Well, all of the Pokemon. Every single Pokemon that's even been used once is on this list. And this is how Smogon calculates what is going to be overused, you use, every single tier. So, I don't know if you guys are looking at it yet. I'll give you a couple of seconds to really get on that.
because there's a that epistemic distance.
Oh,
you were
not
talking
that,
about,
not
right?
that. I'm not gonna. I'm just. That's not why. I just wanted to give people a chance to click
okay.
it. Yeah. So, Rotom Wash, obviously, it's number 1 right now because it's the most standard Pokemon. Like I said earlier, it can do anything. It could be Special Ball, Physical Ball, Screen User, Crippler with like Will-O-Wisp, Thunder Waves, Chesto Berry, Specs, Scarf. This thing can do anything.
It can do anything.
And it kills everything.
Take a look.
And you can only hit it with like grass attacks. So that's why it's number 1. And it's number 1 at 23%. It's definitely the most used.
Yep.
Second, Talonflame, the Pokemon of the Week, 16%. Last month, it was actually number 1. So it went down a bit, because obviously Rotom Wash is the number 1 counter to Talonflame. Like, that's it. That's the counter.
Yeah.
Like, if the T-Tar comes out of the third, you might be able to kill it with your Talonflame. But if the Rotom has a third, that sucks to be you, because you're not killing it. So Talonflame's number 2. It's probably the best looking Pokemon out of, except it has been banned already out of Gen 6. Lucario's number 3rd, obviously has to be a Mega up here that everyone's using. People are using Mega Lucario. Special Sweeper, Physical Sweeper, that close combat adaptability, that Flash Cannon adaptability, Bullet Punch adaptability. Those moves can't be ignored. If anything's going to get banned next, I really expect it to be Lucario. And he was hanging out at 15%, so he might pass
Lucario
the
Knight.
I don't know. There's one name that's terrifying me, and that's that Heatran at number 6.
We'll get there. You know what's more terrifying than Heatran?
Who?
That Genesect at number 4.
Oh my gosh.
Can I see
Tell
that?
me about it.
Can I go back to that? All right, so Genesect has 14% usage. Also, on the thing Smogon do is if you were scrolling on that page, you would see what things are lead usage, what things are used in people that have over like 2,000 ratings. So you can see what's used at the top point of the metagame, the whole metagame, what people use as leads, what people use as this, whatever. So Genesect's there. Genesect isn't officially an Uber yet in Gen 6. I want to just call it Gen 4. I would just call the Gen 4. Good
If
old
only.
days. Yeah, glory days. Anyways, so Genesect's not an Uber yet. I think it's going to eventually go Uber because personally I don't want it to because I have one that has like 5 Ivies, but like I just think it's so good. It can get Flamethrower, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, and like Bug Buzz, U-Turn. It's like Mega Absol on crack. It's like you don't even need to waste your Mega on it. You could put a Choice Scarf on it. I personally like the Life Orb set because everyone really was digging that Choice Scarf set. It's up there. It's number 4. Aegislash is number 5. Obviously another really good Pokemon. Brings a lot of luck to the game.
A lot of people like that.
A lot of people like Aegislash. I could see why it's number 4 with 13%. 12%, this guy. Now I think Heatran would be higher if people didn't think that they couldn't not use Heatran. Like,
You couldn't not use Heatran
There you
if
go.
you didn't
Well, please
use
don't English
Heatran.
here, please.
people probably don't know that Heatran is legal, which is why it's number 6. Personally, I would just assume that it's not because I don't have one. And
Could Heatran,
Yeah.
Could Heatran beat Genesect? Genesect.
there's no
Yes.
Genesect can't do 10% to a Heatran
With anything.
with anything. Life Orb Thunder, well,
Which is why I'm terrified of it being at
yeah.
number
this is
6.
Like, and even though Steel got
This
like a little bit,
information that we just dove to, or how many viewers do we have? Maybe 7 right now?
I don't know. We have all the viewers.
These 7 people.
21 people.
These
Yeah.
21 people now know they can use Heatran, and just it's gonna be a
We shouldn't have
it's gonna
said
be
anything.
a great time for you, but it's gonna be a bad time for your
Somebody
friends.
check the GTS. There might be a Heatran up there.
So Heatran, super scary. Like Heatran, another Pokemon like Rotom, can do anything and it will never die. Like you need to stab that close combat or Earthquake if you want to kill this fool. Because it can be. Depends on who's using it. If like a Primate's using that Earthquake, I'm gonna laugh at it because it ain't killing my Heatran.
Well, come
What
on,
about
because mine holds
Lucario?
air balloon.
Lucario will always kill Heatran, except
there
for
you
when
go.
you see the Scarf Heatran.
The Scarf
You
Heatran.
can't even call that. Like Heatran be Physical Wall, Special Sweeper. In Gen 4, you can just throw Earthquake on him or not Earthquake, Explosion on him and kill everything that way too.
And
he
he
gets
doesn't look
gets
like an
hazards.
egg
He
or a
gets
bum.
Stealth Rock. He also gets Substitute, Roar. You can also my personal favorite Heatran is a full HP full specialty Sleep Talk set with Magma Storm.
Sleep Talk. Wow.
Like Roar Magma Storm, that's my favorite. And if you put, he's the perfect thing to put a balloon on. You know, like
Yeah.
there's no other real Pokemon that like screams, "I need this item" more than a Heatran. And he doesn't even need it, cause like the way is like, all right, I have to kill this balloon before I can Earthquake him. But if you kill the balloon, he's gonna kill you. You're dead.
405 attack.
Yeah.
Fire
So
blast.
or the Magma Storm. If you're ballsy enough to go for the Magma Storm, they're dead. So that happens. And then the thing that comes out, well, if he can eat the Earthquake, he'll do it. But like he doesn't have to take this shit. He doesn't have to stay in for this earthquake. They'll just switch out to like a Gliscor.
Oh
and
my
then
god!
and you're like, what?
Not
Yeah.
Gliscor. That
Yeah.
guy stays out forever
And
unless
then-
you get
and
one
then-
of our special
and then-
Absols.
And then you think, all right, I'll just send Ice type out to kill the Gliscor. Then they go back to the Heatran. And then you think, all right, I have a Water type that'll kill both of them. And Heatran laughs at your Hydro Pump, and he will kill you through it. Also, he gets Flash Cannon, the strongest Flash Cannon in the game. I think other than maybe Genius. No, he's stronger than Genesect. Strongest Flash Cannon. So like,
So if you're not thoroughly
lots of-
sold yet on why you should have a Heatran and the fact that you can use Heatran, I think you need to listen just a little bit closer. Maybe like
Yeah.
rewind. Or
Like,
something
yeah,
that.
when this goes up on YouTube, go in and just listen to the section about Heatran
Heatran, it's like a good
until
7
you
minutes.
love
I
Heatran.
hate Heatran.
I hate Heatran too.
like things are. What's fun to use right now? What, is there anything that's fun?
Fun?
Fun. Like
Chatot.
Clawtizer. Clawtizer's
love
fun.
Chatot.
Clawtizer's fun.
That's
And you
awesome.
think Clawtizer, yeah, that'll kill Heatran. No, it won't.
Greninja.
Greninja. Your Greninjas ain't gonna do anything to Heatran.
You mean you're gonna change from a water type to a not water type? Thank you.
I really think that Scarf Heatran's gonna be big this gen. Because it's at
It
the
was
start of
big
every
last
gen.
gen, right?
It's always big at the start.
At the start.
'Cause he's
it's like-
fast enough.
Almost like if you're playing Magic the Gathering, how the red deck is always the
rush,
the rush
right?
deck that
Yeah.
everyone goes for in the original. Just happens that he Fire too.
Yeah.
So, Pokemon of the Week, not Heatran, though.
Talonflame.
Pokemon of the Week,
Talonflame.
Talonflame. And we have another Talonflame to give away, which means I need everybody to be active in the chat.
Can we make
We're not
the
gonna-
code word a different code word
We're
this
not.
time?
There's no code word this time. We're
Alright,
just gonna.
what?
If you type something in the chat, you're entered in. We have 13 people entered in. If you-
I just want to talk. What is it?
Yes.
Munchlax said, "Hello, everyone. Just joined the stream. Talking competitive Pokemon. This person has discovered Parasect, and he wants to talk about how we can use Parasect. Well, you can't use Parasect because there's Heatran. Talk about taking the fun out of the game.
To sleep, we talked about our sleep talk Heatran. Just
Yeah, you don't. The worst. Like, I would literally just have nightmares if I was like, Spore the Heatran, and then he's like, sleep talk, and I'd, oh no, I don't have to. I don't have to
However,
think about
Munchlax,
that.
you don't have to worry about everyone having Heatran, so...
No, Heatran's gonna be in every team.
yes, you,
But
yes.
not right now. Not
It is right now.
here.
Oh, no, they heard.
Oh,
He-
Everyone
uh,
will
these
use it now.
21 people.
What?
Still use it. I love Parasect was in my first team that I beat Pokemon Red with, and it's a great Pokemon. You're absolutely right.
I think
Razor Pikachu. I don't think you're gonna be eligible to win another
we'll re-roll it.
Talonflame.
We'll let you know if you want.
Yeah, we'll let you know if you
Actually, you
somehow
could
roll
just-
twice.
I really
click
wanted
them
the
out.
Well, he is
keyword for
clicked
this
out.
one to be
The-
Heatran.
there's-
That's what I was going to ask for. But
There's, I'm not gonna do a keyword. If you type in the chat, if you say anything in the chat, if you like, just put period and press enter, then you'll be entered in to win a Talonflame. Well, it's a Fletchling, a 5IV Fletchling that will evolve into a Talonflame level.
If you're lucky.
and Scorch.
It's got
Has to
Gale
be in the
Wings.
Fletchling first.
We're talking about VGC stuff, so it's got a Tailwind on it, so it you can use it for doubles. I mean, if you want to use Tailwind and doubles, of course, you can pick any set you want for doubles.
All right.
Melon Juice agrees with you on Heatran.
Melon Juice is a good man. I can
Right.
tell it's a man because it's a pink name.
All right, so on the...
We talked about that already.
That was last week.
Palkia would.
Is it... Oh, go ahead.
Palkia says, my Palkia would destroy Heatran. Barely.
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 That Talonflame, though.
Caffeine the Gathering.
Alright,
That's
so-
nice.
Is Bulbasaur the last thing that
Yeah.
we have left? So
We're just
I
once
think- I
once
think-
we have like 10
once
more
I-
things to go over.
once
Oh, we do?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna go over like the top like 10 things on the
on the
usage
Smogon
list.
list.
Yeah,
Okay.
because there's still something that's even more threatening than Talonflame, or than Heatran.
Then Heatran.
It's the thing that kills Heatran. The only thing that can do it.
The only literal. Are you?
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and roll.
exaggerating?
All right,
Legitimately.
I'm gonna. Listen,
This is the thing that people bring to kill the Heatran.
Okay. All right.
The reason why it's used is because Heatran is used.
Okay.
I'm
Take
rolling.
both of those out, and you have a healthier meta. Is what I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, like we had like a month ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
The only lobster X.
The only Lobster X. Congratulations.
I'm gonna say your name like you wrote it, the way it was intended to be said. The only Lobsterix.
Yep.
Not
All
lobster.
right, so I'm gonna link you the friend code to add the lobster. There's someone whose name is Lobster Wins. Lobster, the only Lobster X. What'd you say?
Lobster, obviously.
Rock lobster.
Lobster, oxen free.
Yep,
You want to add this this friend code
Thank you, Hamilton.
to get your fletching. First you gotta say something though. You gotta put your friend code in, and should we? Let's point.
Dovakin is talking. about the only thing to kill Heatran. I want you guys in chat while we're doing the trade.
Yeah, give a
think
shout
about
out.
think about who can kill
Who would you
Heatran.
bring out to kill Heatran?
That is in the OU tier. Not
And it's-
Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet cannot do it. Not even you will die in a fire.
Mirror coat.
No.
Can we
There was some, yeah.
can we at least get them to have no fear of the sleep talking Heatran?
No, you can't. You
Okay,
can't.
then you have.
You need to be
What would
fearful.
you bring to kill Heatran?
All right, so we're doing the trade, right?
Well, no, I gotta wait for the only Lobster X. If you're here, speak. Lobster left. Okay, re-rolling.
Reroll.
This is why we do keywords.
Re-rolling. Re-rolling. Mr. Dynamite, and he's following. Clap.
And you have Asuna. Yes.
Oh, that's his.
Uh,
Side note, are you ready for Sao 2?
I'm so ready for Sao 2. I already read Phantom Bullet, but like everyone's on the fact that like Sinon or Shinon, whatever we want to say it, because some people do the H and some people don't. But they're saying that she's best girl, but she's not. So to all of you that haven't read it, she's not.
Do you know who the best girl is?
She's very cool.
Do you know who the
But
best
she
girl in the
needs-
whole series
she
is,
needs a good
Sigurd?
friend. She doesn't need a boyfriend. Kirito doesn't need to get at that.
all right,
Do you
Mr.
need-
Dynamite, add that 4339 that friend code.
Maybe you left.
Dovahkiin. Shh, quiet, Dovahkiin.
Anyways, do you know who the best girl in the whole series is?
Asuna.
That's obviously Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Then
She's
she-
the best sis.
she has-
She has
she has-
bro status like supreme.
Elizabeth had a really good little story.
No, her
great
cards are so
story.
good. The cards are so
Okay,
good.
we're talking about white shorts.
Wow.
That's
All right, so
for those
just
of
put
you
your
that-
friend code in your in-game name and Dino.
Okay, Silica's the best one.
No,
No, I don't even
Silka's
read
like
Silica.
support. She
That
like
card is so broken.
Whatever.
Retrieve one, put one top deck.
That's a climax combo.
I think Melon Juice agrees with you about Sao.
It's so good.
Okay,
damn.
we're not a
Melon
Sao-
Juice, me and
We'll
Melon
stop.
Juice need to hang
We'll
out.
stop.
All right, so they're talking about Rattata cannot kill Heatran. You will get
I
Magma
would
Storm.
love to see a Rattata
No,
kill Heatran.
you would
Endeavor.
He's the best.
Endeavor, Magma Storm.
Leftovers.
No, it's like
Leftovers.
what happens is like, all right, sub Endeavor, Magma Storm.
You guys gotta remember that the Heatran's gonna force the bad matchup, and they can carry sub.
Yeah, and then you're gonna have to switch every time. Either the sub's gonna come up, or like that choice specs Magma Storm's gonna hit you, and no one likes that. No one needs that.
I figured it out.
What?
Ditto with choice scarf.
That's not. That's. What are you gonna do?
Yes.
Flash fire it? What are you gonna give the Heatran?
Ditto.
You can only beat
We-
it off. You got Earth
listen,
Power,
listen.
But then you don't have a balloon.
Listen,
Oh, you
we
want
don't.
your
We haven't
balloon?
even talked about it. Freaking gets flash fire. We haven't even
Is
said
Mr.
that.
Dynamite here?
All right, he's here. He's just getting the 3DS. All right, so stay tuned for your
All right, so we're gonna go back to the Smogon list.
yeah. So add that friend code that's in the chat. We're gonna go back to the Smogon list.
All right, so we left off on Heatran. Number 7 on the list is Garchomp, everyone's favorite dragon. It's the best one. Don't want to hear any complaints.
it's the one with the high stats.
Flygons.
I know that's the best one. All
All right. If we're gonna talk about Flygon,
right, no.
No, we're not,
we
we're
have
not. All right,
we have an
Secret-
expert in what's the best dragon.
do you
Philip.
think a Flygon Earthquake could kill a Heatran?
What's the best
No.
dragon?
Smart choice. What do you think, Patrick? Do you think it could?
I could
I
say
think that's-
all of
I
them
think that's
except for
close.
Altaria, because it's not a dragon.
I know it
It's a
doesn't
freaking
kill
air
Metagross.
phoenix.
That's why I said no.
All right, so at least he knows.
Actually, yeah, it'll kill it.
It'll kill it,
It'll
but
kill
like
Heatran?
it's
Don't bring a
it's stabbed.
Flygon.
It's stabbed. It's stabbed.
Okay.
And it's 4 times effective.
How much? All right, do you think that the Dragon Call will do more damage than Heatran's leftovers?
No.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna be very honest.
I
have
know
no
what
idea
best
what's
dragon,
being
Sarah.
asked of
Best
me.
dragon
Best
Pokemon.
dragon.
If it hits
That's
with
like
the
saying,
stab
what's your
moves-
favorite child? Like, I can't
Yeah,
do
yeah.
it.
What's
You
your
can
favorite
pick a
child?
favorite
What's
child.
your favorite child?
I can't
Of
do
the
it.
brother, it's
My
him.
favorite sibling.
All right, come on. What's your favorite dragon?
Why?
Because you're the expert.
Yeah, the expert.
You got dragon in your name.
Yeah.
Yeah, which means I like all of them,
No, no,
except
no.
for Altaria.
Pick one.
Wow.
Wow.
What? It is
That's
not
the
a
ugly
dragon.
stepchild
It's
to
a
you.
bird.
You just said what's. That's
All right, come
terrible.
on. Come on. We're burning daylight. What's your favorite dragon? They're not gonna like come back at you and be like,
I'm not gonna shun you.
yeah.
No,
What's chat saying? Ain't chat saying anything?
they like Noivern.
Curslax with Ice Punch would not wreck Heatran. That will not do it.
I think he's talking about he's talking about wrecking a Garchomp or a dragon.
Okay.
Noivern. They
You
like
know, in a
Noivern.
future stream, we might have a challenge for you viewers to beat THATSA's Heatran. Like this.
I hate
this,
Heatran. I'm not gonna bring it.
Okay, beat Jelly Sounds Heatran.
He's not gonna bring it either.
I'll bring it.
You're not gonna bring it
I
either.
have a Torchic on my head.
The only people that
And
have
you guys
Heatran
can
are
try to
those
beat
two.
My Heatran.
And they don't know what I'm running. I run a Toxic Stall Heatran.
Yeah, and that's the most devastating
I'm
Heatran.
not even joking.
Every Heatran's been the most devastating. If you guys had to have Talonflame battles, I wanted. Can we have a 6-on-6 Heatran on Heatran
Would
battle?
you rather have a 6-on-6 Heatran or a 3v3 Wailord battle?
3v3 Whale
Takes
Lord?
you can't even see the screen.
That would be the best.
A triple battle.
All right,
Warlord.
is the trade happening?
I'm waiting for Mr. Dynamite. He says, he wanted the friend code for Hamilton. We need your friend code though, Mr. Dynamite. You have to give a friend code to win. Otherwise, we'll just re-roll it to somebody who.
Well, don't be so mean.
All right,
Well-
I'm just saying we need
got
to
all
be
day.
friends.
Go
Yeah.
back to the stats, and I'll keep talking.
Best-
Garchomp's pretty good. Greninja is number 8, and
How do I feel about that?
you don't know how you feel about it?
I feel like that's only number 8 because of it's new.
Yeah,
I feel
it's
like
gonna.
it's
It's
pretty
it's an
strong.
OU Pokemon.
It's strong. But I think once everything's said and done, it'll drop to about mid-30s, low.
Yep, and that's completely fair. It's just taking Starmie's spot.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
It's a better Starmie.
I love Starmie.
Yep. So that's
I love
Greninja's
Starmie.
definitely top 10 for now, but it's not really gonna stay. After Greninja is Scizor, the thing that's gonna be number 1 eventually because Scizor is number 1 all the time.
Yes.
This is always number one.
And one of the reasons you bring Heatran is to kill Scizor.
Ichiban Pokemon.
Yeah, so
Scizor.
Scissor's pretty good. And then 10th is Excadrill, former Uber. Obviously, Sandstorm's back. We don't say that many T-Tars, but Excadrill gets Mold Breaker. Mold Breaker kills the Rotoms. Excadrill kills the Heatrans. You know, you could see how this could work.
Is that when you were baiting everybody to come up with a Pokemon that can kill Heatran? Is that what you're-
Excadrill is not what kills Heatran. Heatran kills Excadrill because they're scarfed. And Excadrill will die in a fire. Like, literally.
You can't run like a Scarf Heatran and a Sub Heatran. You can't have all of
Are
it.
you kidding?
They
No,
already just said that we had to be ready for any Heatran, which is really hard.
Excadrill kill the toxic Heatran.
No, because he's
Oh,
fighting.
there, earthquake.
He has a sub up. You have to assume that when you send your Excadrill out, he has a sub up. You have to assume that.
I don't like 1v1.
Patty doesn't even want the sub. You know?
Yeah. So we're still looking. Number 11's Ferrothorn, best status or best lead so far for like setup.
Yeah, Stealth Rock, Spikes, Leech Seed.
Guskor's 12th, Trantor's 13th, Azumarill is 14th, 15th Dragonite, even though it doesn't have extreme speed yet. Gengar is 16th, Charizard's 17th, Skarmory's 18th, Landorus Therian is 19th. Don't move the chat. There, and Espeon's 20th. So those are the top 20. Now,
And it's Gengar, and this Gengar obviously does not have Gengar, right? As
Yep.
we're not allowed to use that.
it's just regular Gengar. So let's go back to the chat. Has anyone figured out what beats Heatran?
According to THATSA.
All right. Do you guys want me to just
All
tell
right.
you? You guys got any guesses?
Okay,
I
now
need to
What's
write
your
down
guess?
my
What
code
beats
real
Heatran?
quick.
Come on, anything. Garchomp. She beats Heatran. What's your guess? What beats Heatran?
Excadrill.
Excadrill, what's your guess?
Flygon with Earthquake.
Flygon with Earthquake, what's your guess?
Rotom Wash.
Rotom Wash, you got anything?
Rotom Wash.
Alright, so very standard. Half those make sense.
I'm on the
Landorus.
top, that makes sense.
Landorus is the thing that kills the Heatran.
Landorus?
Landorus, Therian, or the regular Landorus. Those are the things that kill the Heatran. Because you can send that thing out at he'll eat the fire attack. He will eat it. And a Heatran has to be very special, like
You seen these other ones we got? Lucario,
yeah, Garchomp
Quagsire,
and Lucario, they
Politoed.
can, but like Garchomp will die to a choice scarf HP Ice. Lucario will die to a choice scarf anything.
Gyarados.
Gyarados?
Not Mega, right?
Gyarados could, but like you don't really want to do that.
Why? If it kills Heatran.
If Heatran has a balloon, Gyarados is gonna have a hard time. Like, not gonna lie, he takes like no damage from water attacks. It's ridiculous. But Landorus, the reason why he kills Heatran is because he's usually scarfed anyway. So even the sash or the scarf Heatrans aren't faster than Landorus. So that means that while the Landorus is scarfed, you have to send it out at the right time. Landorus is great, I think. Also, Rotom's obviously number 1 for a reason.
Rotom is better.
You think Rotom's better?
You can force a bad matchup with Balloon. They have to play around the Balloon with the Landorus.
But like, the reason why Landorus is big is because it kills Heatran.
Yeah.
And also it's Intimidate.
I think another big thing is that I don't think that the Hydro Pump kills first off.
I don't think it is
So
either.
You use the Hydro Pump, and then you will kill with the Volt Switch afterwards.
Depends if it's full special ball. If it's full special, you won't.
No, but
Yeah.
generally you'll.
You'd have 2 Hydro Pumps to do it. But like, they're not gonna stay in and take that shit.
We've talked about like 15 different types of Heatran.
And
You have to, when you're battling, you have to assume it's whatever Heatran.
yeah,
no matter
and
what.
from team preview, you should generally be able to, when they send it out, and from the team preview, you're like, all right, it has a scarf, physical wall, special wall. Once you know
Hold
which
on.
one you're dealing with.
I want to take this. The fact that you said Azumarill could beat Heatran. No, Azumarill is not going to beat Heatran.
Choice, you'll kill it. You will flash cannon him down.
Yeah.
Well, don't
I
you
just
think?
hit Azumarill, so I'm putting that
What
down.
do you think?
An egg. He doesn't like things that look like eggs.
Like
Egg
all right,
Pokemon suck.
Azumarill
Anything
getting
about
its fairy
Pokemon?
stats
Well, if it
and being
doesn't look like
good
an egg.
doesn't change the fact that in last gen it couldn't kill Heatran.
Yeah. Yeah.
Heatran will eat that waterfall. He'll laugh at your
That
waterfall.
Aqua Jet won't do crap.
Yeah. Heatran's an Uber. Uber stats. All right. And Landorus is really good.
All right, just to check in, is Mr. Dynamite, are you trading?
Trade complete.
All right,
Trade
trade complete. Congratulations, Mr.
I'm glad
Dynamite.
you enjoyed
Sorry
that-
for the slight
that
delay.
fletching.
Are we out of haikus?
We've got
We have a good one.
Do it.
Okay,
All right.
when we go into the
So-
Bulbasaur, that's when we'll do the yeah.
I think that's our last topic, correct?
That's our last topic. Yeah.
So we've talked about, just to recap a little, VGC. We went over a lot of VGC replays. I think some of them are still playing.
Giving some highlights as to what to look out for during these VGCs as well.
Can we talk about VGC leads?
No, we haven't even talked
We're
about
doing
that.
the-
We
We're
can.
doing that
We have a lot of more VGC prep to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
So
That's
then
what's next week.
talked about all the tournaments. We talked about the top 20 Pokemon used in the simulator in December, and we've talked about a lot of things. Pokemon of the day, Pokemon of the week was Talonflame. We had some lovely haikus for that. But then, if you were here last Friday for our tournament, there was a special Venusaur named.
Bulbasaur. Now, for those of you who don't know what boba is, it's a type of like Asian pearl drink. It's like tapioca beads that they stick in various different milk teas, slushies, stuff like that, and you eat it from a huge straw. And so our friend Kai, who loves his walls, right? He had 6 walls in his team. Five
It
walls
was
or
a
6.
full wall stall
Okay, it
team.
was
Melon juice.
That's proper.
Oh man, this
Alright.
guy.
All right, so Kai works at a boba tea house, so he belovedly named his Bulbasaur
Well, it's Venusaur.
his Venus. Well, it started off as a
I
Bulbasaur,
guess.
Or did it?
but he
He
named
caught it
it.
as a knife short so far.
You could have.
Is that Venusaur from Ash's journey, which is like I'm here, I'm Venusaur. Anyways, he named it Bulbasaur, and we challenged him, since he works at a tapioca tea house and all that stuff, and he loves to make drinks, to make a Bulbasaur drink. I have a picture of that. We'll probably post it on the website with what we believe what was in it. But let me tell you, it was not the best. It tasted kind of like if I had to give a recap on it, and Patty can attest to this too. He tried some as well. It kind of tasted like peanut butter with frog and a little bit of like soil, like dirt.
Grass,
Like,
yeah,
it had a really grainy, earthy taste after the peanut butter. And
Sounds
the
like you
boba-
described an earthy one.
the boba tasted like frog guts to me. I'm sorry. I thought I was eating something gross.
It actually was like a frog.
Yeah. However, the color was spot on for what a Bulbasaur drink would probably look like. So he's got to go back to the lab. This is on Friday night streams. We didn't stream last Friday night because of the
Second.
SAC
Tournaments,
anime
yeah.
tournaments. So that's why we didn't have footage of the Bulbasaur drink. But Bulbasaur Mark II should be coming to stream near you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully it won't taste like frog, right, Patty? Yeah. How would you describe the Bulbasaur drink?
It tasted kind of sweet, but overall, like the texture and like just some of the flavors just were not good.
Not good.
Alright, so set it down next to we have a haiku.
Oh yeah,
Close
and
this out.
here's another haiku by Pokemon Professor Hamilton on Bulbasaur.
All right, here we go. Bulbasaur, forever first in my heart, seed of the future.
Seed of the future. I thought I was about to drink, so I got scared.
Is there any more? Do you have any more? Any
Any
more
other
haikus?
How many haikus did you?
Let's read off the first one again.
Let's not exhaust my haiku.
Okay. Let's go back.
Read the first
Okay,
one. We're gonna
for
read-
specifically Razor Pikachu and Mr. Dynamite, it's not required, but we would love it if you recited this haiku. So hear very carefully and say it with a lot of passion when you summon your Talonflame. But here you go.
Write this
All right,
down.
here's the this is the first one. It was terror of the sky, leaving scorched earth in its wake. Fear my Talonflame.
And from just that and it exploding out of the Pokeball, your opponents don't have a chance.
Listen, all right. So you guys try to name it rock like Yu-Gi-Oh. We have to name the Talonflame Fear.
Fear my Talonflame. Yes.
It's a noun of direct
Well,
address.
they can never rename their Talonflame now.
Could you name it fear, comma?
Fear, comma.
Like spell it out like comma.
Yeah.
Fear, comma.
No, fear and then a
It
comma.
would look
so
like
you
Fear
program
Coma,
that.
which is a really terrifying name if you think about it. Go! Fear Coma! Oh, God.
Okay.
Okay.
So another thing that happened this week was our website went up. Maximum Pulse Gaming whatever went up. Do you want to link that one last time in the
I'll
chat?
link that one last time.
So we have a bunch of video game tournaments there. It's a big community, kind of like how Smogon
So hard.
is how
Yeah.
how Smogon is and Nugget Bridge are for a bunch of different games. We have Smash Brothers, League of Legends, Hearthstone, and we're building a community. It'd be really cool if you guys all check that out. We write all our articles up there, and all of our Pokemon of the Week stuff's on there. Everything involving our team we'll pretty much put up there. We have a store, everything. It'd be really cool if you guys check that out. If you feel free to leave any comments or anything like. If you just like leave a comment and say like, "Oh, this sucks," I would say thank you very much.
At least we can try to build upon that. Make it not suck
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
you.
we could make it blow, or we could any sort of like vacuum properties that we can adjust to it to make it the perfect like amount of suction for you.
Also, we are very receptive to any kind of suggestions that you guys would like to see on our stream. Pokemon of the Week was from a guest that
It was
we had
Sean's
last
idea.
week, Sean, of having Pokemon of the Week. Well, that was really circular. The other thing is that a lot of viewers, like this time on chat, we didn't really have any of you guys that really wanted to battle against Jelly Sound or Thatsa. But please, if you guys are watching, you can always challenge us and we'll battle you straight on stream. Maybe one or two guest battles or something like that. That way you can get a little bit of your tech out there, as well as try to see if we can back up what we were saying, essentially.
Yeah, I'm the best.
And then on that site, they said that they can leave comments, right?
Oh yeah, you can do
Yeah.
a lot of stuff.
I would love it if you, as our community, would draw Heatrans with balloons. Because you said, why wouldn't Heatran want a
Like a
flying-
picture?
No,
But
yeah, a
not
picture.
not like floating on an air balloon like the Pokemon's supposed to float on the air balloon.
No,
I just want a Heatran holding a balloon.
Don't listen to him. Do the Heatran balloon.
I
any
drew
way
such a
you
good
want to
picture.
do.
Yeah, well, I used to use a Haxorus back at Gen 5. I used a Boon Haxorus because you make him like a real dragon, you know? It's like flying like a real one. Because like when people switched on the Earthquake with a Haxorus, it's like, well, what the fuck just happened, you know?
Earthquaked it twice one time.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
wow.
so
Like, there's no way.
you think like the balloon, people just hold on the balloon, it's nice. I drew a picture of like a Haxorus like sleeping on a balloon cloud, and he was like,
And he was so safe.
Yeah.
Maybe something for you guys, if you want to check it out, is individual submissions of what we think Heatran would look like with a balloon. Maybe that's something that
I'm kind of down for just the Heatran just holding the balloon.
Heatran balloon. All right.
Yeah, she can actually draw that. She draws stuff.
She's
So
professional.
she's good at drawing.
She
Oh,
did
she also
all
made all
these.
these hats.
Yeah,
You're gonna be opening up a
these
store,
are
right?
Dragondea's hats.
Yeah, hopefully. Hoping to open up an online store, maybe Etsy.
And Etsy.
So,
All right.
yeah,
So if
Etsy
you guys like the hats a lot, you can also leave a message, or we can actually make a thing on the website.
Yeah.
I think so.
Like a little
and
corner
if
for
they
the
have
hats.
any kind of Pokemon products as well that they want.
We're
to
actually
show us.
making T-shirts, a bunch of just swag.
a bunch of swag.
Yeah.
Swag.
I have a Team Liquid shirt on. This is like counterproductive.
You got a
Puck.
cloud shirt.
Yeah, it's in my backpack.
Why?
This is a Team Liquid shirt.
Are we talking about? I have a Team Fire Ferret shirt. If you guys are fans of
My
Avatar,
shirt's
with
Legend
a
of
torching
Zelda.
Cat. It's very fiery.
I'm sorry, I win. This is a Team Liquid shirt. All right, so I think that's pretty much all we want to talk about, right?
Yeah, for today.
Okay. Send us
All
home.
right, yeah. So we're going home. Do I need to stop the thing? Actually,
That was
What-
the
should we-
most anticlimactic I've ever heard.
Thank you for joining us for the broadcast, Goldenrod Radio. This is our third broadcast. We Are we going to change the date? Or if we change the date, we'll let you know.
No, it would be changing the time. I think we might do it at Monday nights.
We might
We're
try
gonna
Monday nights.
for
So
those if you have any friends that are younger or are in like school and stuff like that, we're trying to capture so that they can join in on the fun as well.
Mhm.
You guys can get a lot more talking done and stuff like that at that time. So expect us on a later time as well in the future.
And Razor Pikachu, if you see Hamilton online and you want him to rename it, go for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's okay with it.
Yeah. Just wanted to say that.
I really like the name Raise Your Pikachu.
Raise your
There you go,
Pikachu.
Lucas.
Alright.
Raise Your Pikachu.
All right.
All right,
That's
so
the thing for our stream. Raise Your Pikachu.
Just change it.
all right,
Okay.
so thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.